uniform, what sets it out from the rest. But it doesn't clean itself. That's not just the shirts, it's the shorts, the socks, the training gear, the boots, the other bits we sort out behind closed doors. Who's the one digging around in that smelly, stinky laundry basket at full time? Yeah, it's the kitman. They have a lot to work on in a week, from laundry, fixing damaged kit, repairing holes, cleaning boots. Then they pack the van and take everything they need off to the stadium, ready for game day. They don't get a lot of help when they get in the ground too. Kitmen are the ones unloading a full squad's worth of boots, kit, medical bags, and all the bits the players and coaches will need between the start of the day and switching off the floodlights at the end of the day. First thing they do is organise each player's kit, make it easily accessible in order to avoid any dramas on match day. Once everything's in the right place, it's into the dressing room, lay everything out, put players' nameplates on the right locker, all the things you don't even think about on a match day. Once the players arrive, if anything needs doing, they call the kitman. In the meantime, it's on the kitman to help set up for the warm-up. The coaches don't always have time to lay out all the cones and put the balls in those weird triangle piles you see. As the warm-up is underway, the kitman then becomes a glorified ball boy, chasing stray shots and passes, making sure they aren't lost in the crowds. They eventually do the tidying up too, getting everything off the pitch before kick-off and assist the ground staff with any last-minute things they may need. After that, it's last call for the players. Then, at kick-off, they can breathe a sigh of relief for a few minutes, sit back and watch the game, enjoy the fruits of their labour. At half-time, check everyone's okay and everything's as it should be, and then wait for full-time. Once the final whistle's gone, it's time to pack everything down, get the stuff that needs to be washed in the laundry, pack up the van, back to the training ground, and ready to do it again next week. Of course, each club differs, and different staff members will have different responsibilities, but we pay tribute to all of those who do it, whether it's the glitz and glamour of the Premier League or a cold Tuesday night in Stoke.
Good morning, 6:05. How are we this morning? talkSPORT breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Alan Brazil Ally off to America McCoist.
How are you, pal?
I'm good. I forgot you were on today.
Excuse me, my voice a wee bit croaky this morning.
By the way, but I drove up this morning and it was horrible.
Oh, by the way, I need to tell you, the wee man's been off school the last 2 days. The big fella's been in his bed for the last 2 days.
There's a load about. There is a load about.
Definitely, yeah.
You know it doesn't help. Now, she means so well, right? This is the start of my day, right? So the alarm goes 3 o'clock, and it's a quick up and go.
Yes.
So last night she said to me, oh, would a delivery come, right? A tanker, just to put some oil and stuff, right? She says, can I move the cars? I went, of course, no problem. I'll help you. She says, no, I'll do it. Anyway, she said last night, I'll go out and move the car. I said, it's freezing out there. Don't be silly. I'll do it in the morning. I've only got to walk 50 yards, right? I says, no problem. Anyway, she moves the car. So I get up this morning.
Into a position that's frozen.
No, worse. It poured last night. She's left 2 windows in the car open.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
No.
I says, Joe, she's just going back up to bed and chuck the speedos down.
Oh,
she went, what?
No.
Chuck the speedos down. She says, why? I says, I'm swimming in the car. She went, oh. I told her, don't touch my
Nightmare.
car. No.
Nightmare.
Anyway, down she comes, gets her towels out. And,
that's good. That was good. She helped you out anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Got the problem solved.
It was lovely, but she just, she doesn't have to interfere too much.
I know, but she's trying to help, Alan.
Do you reckon?
Aye. I think sometimes,
And then I had a brilliant run in. It was and I'm too...
no roadworks.
I'm doing 40 mile an hour coming into London. It's too early.
Empty.
Yeah, empty.
But you left early.
I left
I want to take you about an hour and a half.
No, I can do it in an hour and 10.
Is it?
And that's not even foot down.
Aye. That's good.
Yeah. To Canary Wharf and then Billy the cab. Quickly run upstairs, chuck a few
Drop the
things
gear in.
Back down. Billy was there, bosh.
Great. She here to win Friday.
Yes.
Good.
You're going to miss Shaban's drinks party.
Oh, when's that? I never get invited to that.
Right. Oh, you weren't invited?
No.
Oh, dear. By the way, we should say...
She's having a drinks party.
Aye, just for the staff, just to...
What is her favourite staff? Or?
Clearly you're
people she likes.
We should say, let's hope Laura's all right, Laura.
No, you told me. I didn't know that at all.
Last night, the football, 1 minute she was talking away, and next minute she just boom, right, he had to pick her up. And then Katie stood in for her, but I believe she's fine.
That's good.
I know.
Yeah.
Not nice, that.
No, not at all. Yeah, speedy recovery.
I went to bed early-ish, so I've seen the goals, but I didn't see the other two.
Some game. Well, a couple of good games.
So you got to say, well done, Fulham coming back to that, but you got to say, hold on a minute, City, what's going on?
City a wee bit like that, do you think?
Well, you just look at the goals against record at the moment. They're definitely fragile.
I know. By the way, I tell you what I'll say, I know we watched them. Some quality of goal, wasn't there? Oof.
Yeah. Foden again.
Brilliant. Haaland's first.
By the way,
he hits the woodwork twice as well.
This is Wednesday, of course, but Isak's finish was beautiful.
Side foot.
That was crisp, clean.
Near post.
Wash.
Yeah.
Get in.
Liked it.
So that should give him a bit more, when he comes, he'll get his fitness, but when you can finish like that, there's not a lot of people can do that first time.
I thought it was a brilliant finish. Good point for Tottenham, yeah.
Yeah, talk about Tottenham. Stevie Archibald coming on later.
Brilliant.
You'd have played against Stevie a few times.
Oh, aye, definitely. I spoke to
Was he
Stevie.
a Rutherglen boy? Or East End, Bridgeton?
That's a great shout.
I've got a feeling he might be. I think Big Alex was Rutherglen.
Big Rangers supporter.
Who?
Stevie.
No, he isn't. Where you go? I can't be Slang Rangers.
He had a great career, didn't he? Started where?
Yeah, great touch. I'd say Clyde.
Yes. Clyde, Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And then Tottenham.
And Barcelona.
Yes.
He's still out there, I think.
Correct.
And we'll talk to Roy Hodgson. There you go.
Brilliant. I tell you, I met Roy.
He's a lovely man.
Lovely man. Yeah. I met Roy about, I would say, 4 months ago. I was walking along kind of Chelsea area with Ian, out doing a bit of shopping, and he'd been out for a bit of lunch, and I just met him on the street. He was brilliant. We had 10-15 minute chat with him. It's fantastic.
By the way, 6:30 today, I've got to go and do Virgin Radio, so you're on your own.
Sure, that's fine. I'm leaving.
You know who's on at 6:30?
Oh, no.
That miserable Aussie git.
Who?
The Aussie journalist.
No way.
Malcolm Conn. Yeah.
Have we not got him on here?
The gloater is on.
Have we not got him on here?
The gloater from Gumtree Hill is coming on.
We've got to get him on here.
He's on.
I like him. I thought you said he was on Virgin.
No, I'm doing Virgin.
What are you doing?
No, I'm not. I'm only kidding. Yeah, because he's going to hammer us.
I know he is, but he's good. He's good.
Henry Winter coming up. We'll talk to Dave Edwards, former Wolves midfielder, of course. Wolves are struggling, aren't they?
Aye.
They're fighting hard, but
they created a couple of chances. Was it the Villa the other day there? Sad news, Billy Bonds,
Sad news, Billy Bonds. Yeah, very, very,
sad.
very.
You'd have played against Billy as well, wouldn't you?
Oh, hard as nails. Kick lumps out of me.
Aye.
Yeah, you had to be on the move all the time with Billy. If he caught you, you were in row 3, front row.
I met him in the London Bridge area maybe a wee while back there.
Yeah.
Very sad. Very, very sad.
No, also Jermaine Beckford, former Leeds United.
Excellent.
Natalie's coming on, talkSPORT host and
talk about darts.
Brentford fan. Are we talking darts? Oh, we are. Yes, we are.
You'd love her to beat Benty again, wouldn't you?
Hey?
You'd love her to beat Benty.
She will. She will. I'm in there Thursday, the sports bar. So we'll talk about it. I think they're in for a bumper crowd as well. It's going to be great.
Yeah, what's on Thursday? Working on?
I've got a big charity bash.
Brilliant.
Full house, really good. So we should raise it for the injured jockeys.
Excellent.
So we should raise a few quid there.
Excellent, Paul. Well done.
Right, the midweek football Premier League fixtures. They kicked off with a bang on talkSPORT last night. Whoa, it's brilliant this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 defeats and 5 for Bournemouth, though, as they lost 1-0 to Everton. Well done, Jack Grealish with the winner. Man City almost threw it away, 5-1 lead, but held on to beat Fulham, held on to win 5-4, can you believe it? And a last-minute Romero overhead kick rescued a point for Tottenham up at St James's Park. So that was a big result. He needed that, and Tottenham needed that. It wasn't quite like McTominay's overhead kick, I believe. I've not seen it, but I'm told it hit his leg about 8 times.
It bounced him 8 times. Listen, it was a good goal. Don't let him I mean, McTominay spoiled his. McTominay's it wasn't, but it was still an excellent goal.
Much needed point for Spurs and Thomas Frank, of course, seeing his side come from behind twice. Newcastle, what is going on with Newcastle?
Up and down.
They got their win at Everton, didn't they? And I thought that's them turned the corner away from home.
Aye.
But that's a bit of a setback. I think a lot of people would expect them to beat Spurs at home.
Well, I did. I've got to be honest with you, but I thought it was a good point for Tottenham.
Yeah, well, Thomas Frank be delighted. Let's hear what did they say after the game.
We can have all the tactics, all the nice little principles and bits of play, but in the end of the day, that's a framework, that's a foundation to stand on, and then you need the players to perform and play to their best abilities, and today many did that.
Yeah, one of the big talking points was the penalty given to Newcastle, the score at 1-1. Benton Kerr was judged a foul, Dan Burn, purely because he wasn't looking at the ball. What, crikey, what do you mean? How many times do you see that in the penalty box? Defenders with their back to the ball from a corner.
That's what it was. It's exactly what
but again, I'm delighted they've given it, but where's the consistency?
I know. I need to see it again.
But here we go. The chunk wasn't having any of it. What's he got to say now?
That penalty decision, mate. That is a disgrace. That is honestly one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. Spurs, every time we take a corner, someone's tussling in a box with Romero or Danso, we're having to deal with it. You see it any level, every game, every week, all over the country. But no, Spurs, Dan Burns got him in a headlock. I don't know what Benson Caw's meant to do. All right, you say, he's not looking at the ball. He's not. Well, he's got him in a headlock.
Right, we need to have a look at that. You and I need to have a look at it again. I know what you're saying, but
going back, I'm sure I didn't hear the show, but Chelsea Arsenal. I looked at that and I thought that's offside, because I'm wondering why the defender on the line hasn't gone to try and clear that. And Enzo's in an offside position. There's just the two of them on the line, isn't there? On the box.
Oh, Chalobah's header.
Yeah. You not thought about that?
No, I've not.
When he flicks it, the two of them are on the line.
I'll even look at that as well.
Yeah, I give up. Listen, I'm not taking sides, but I just give up.
No, you weren't happy with the other one last week. What was the one you weren't happy with last week? You weren't happy with the one last week, the shot.
Oh, God, how many of those?
Aye.
Well, the Arsenal game, Arsenal Spurs.
That was the one you weren't happy with.
There's two Arsenal players in front of the keeper. And then, should I say Hoddle, the keeper. On the left wing, try to slide one up the line.
I know, man.
Right, that was nonsense. Why doesn't one of the centre back or the full back? Why don't they just a bit of insurance go back 10 yards towards an own goal?
I couldn't believe it.
It's common sense, isn't it? He's in trouble. I'll help out just in
I
case.
couldn't believe it. Neither of them dropped back.
What a finish, though.
Brilliant.
I'm nothing away Harry Wilson.
He's a good player.
What a finish.
Yes.
But for God's sake, use your brains, eh? Dear, oh dear. Right, up next, find out just how long the BBC will work.
You're in quite a wee aggressive mood this morning, aren't you?
I've got the hump.
I can see that.
I've got the hump. Because you're going to America today. That's why I've got the hump. 6:15.
And welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
we?
Yes.
talkSPORT breakfast. Ali's with us. A bit of Black Sabbath to kick off the morning there. Plenty, because today would have been the late, great Ozzy Osbourne's 77th birthday.
Yeah.
A shout to his son Jack too. He made it into the final 8 contestants of this year's I'm a Celebrity. Ali, have you been watching much of the action?
I've been watching a wee bit, but yes, I have.
Well, I heard you ask Sam there who got voted
Kids
out.
and I have been watching it. I missed it last night, obviously. I've quite enjoyed it. The two young boys are funny. Is it Big Ginger and H?
H,
Who
Who are they?
couple of young guys.
All right, okay.
What are they? Influencers or something?
YouTuber Angry Ginge, and H is a singer, isn't he?
They're good.
Rapper.
It's all about Ginge. I did see. I was
Angry Ginge.
Yeah?
Angry Ginge.
Angry Ginge. What about
Our Ginge.
Oh, Big Ginge. No, we are talking
yes.
Big Ginge.
He's doing well, isn't he?
There he was. You and Dermot on the front hosting. What channel's that?
Yeah, Channel 5 NFL Big Game Night.
NFL, and then they go to Big Ginge.
He did well. He's been on the 9. So we do the 6 p.m. kickoff and the 9:25
He'll be
kickoff.
leaving, yeah.
He's been on the 9 o'clock show, and then he came on the 6 p.m. show last week, and he did
He's good,
brilliant.
he knows his
Really
stuff.
good, yeah.
What about my Rams getting beat?
Oh yeah,
Stafford. What
I
happened?
would have put my bottom dollar on that.
Well, we all would have.
Yeah.
He hadn't. Am I right in saying he hadn't thrown an interception for 5 games? He's going for 6 games, and then he threw about 3 or something.
Yeah, the whole season he'd only thrown 2, and then he did 3.
There's kettles and pots, but on your flight to America today, I hope you don't get someone like Big Ginge next year in the economy.
Why?
Because you're not going to make a move.
Oh,
you're up the
He
front.
doesn't fly economy. Come on.
You're up the front, are you?
I'm refusing.
Up the steps, turn left. Oh, Mr. McCoy's.
Are you
welcome.
off to America again?
Glass of champagne.
I'll not be seeing Big Ginge where I'm sitting.
Sam, what we
Yeah, I
got?
will be seeing a bit of.
Oh, will you? You've been hitting it lately, haven't you? Right,
I've been hitting it.
let's find out today's back page of Tesco Mobile for Business.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Are you self-employed? Get business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big mobile networks. For terms and verification, visit tescomobile.com/business.
Okay, yeah, we're going to start with some sad news as former England batter Robin Smith died unexpectedly at the age of just 62. Of course, nicknamed Judge Smith. He was one of the finest batsmen, wasn't he, in the world in his time. Won 62 test caps between 1988 and 96. Scored 4,236 runs on average of 43.67 and 9 centuries. And tributes just been pouring into what was a brave, gentle soul who was loved by everyone and clearly a natural talent.
I heard
Billy
Harmy
Bonds as well.
and Billy Bonds as well. I heard Harmy on the show yesterday, and he was brilliant. Terribly sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Terribly sad.
Well, I'm afraid I hate to say it. You and me at that age, mate.
I know we are, mate. I know we are.
Shocking. All the
Because the news broke.
people we know.
I think the news broke bang on. I think it was 10 o'clock yesterday, Sam, when Jeff was just finishing up with the show yesterday, and he got the news and he broke it. It was shocking.
Yeah, really sad. I think he struggled with mental health. And like you say, Harmy talks quite openly about the struggles of athletes after they've retired.
Cricket.
Graham Thorpe,
Shocking.
tragically as well. Obviously, Graham Thorpe's wife did a bit with the guys in the show. It's just terribly sad.
Yeah, so tributes pouring in for him by a great player and a great guy. Elsewhere as well, Haaland hitting the headlines. Things like special ton, believable.
Hit the post.
Ton in a million.
Before he scored as well.
But yeah, 100 goals in 111 games.
By the way.
Ridiculous. And by the way, I don't think he scored for 3 games or something like that. It's just ridiculous.
Here we go, right? I don't know how you feel about this, Sam, because you're a Red, but Arsenal 30, Man City 28 points. I know they've got a game in hand, but I keep thinking back to that Chelsea game, 10 men. How vital could that be later on the season?
Well,
not pressing that advantage home.
Well, where I kind of disagree with you a little bit, I don't think it's a bad result for Arsenal. That.
What, against 10? Could that be the difference of being champions?
No, yeah, I do. I take your point, the 10 men, but before the game, I think Arsenal are taking a point there. They've come off a great run, great victory against Tottenham.
Can you think like that? Can you think that, before the game, Falkirk thought, we'll take a point now?
See, I mean, you've always got to lower the discussion, haven't you? You've always got to bring it down, you know what I mean?
Go on, what they called again, Falkirk?
The Bairns.
I nearly said the Bairns, but I've got my head, and that's the honest men's here, isn't it?
Here is the honest
the
men.
Bairns. I nearly said the
Falkirk's
Bairns.
the Bairns. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So, no, I think it's a...
Oh, by the way, Martin O'Neill's last game. He
Tonight.
said in the papers, I just read it, that's it, Wilfred's coming in.
I think gave Martin at the end of the season.
Oh, big style.
He said he fancies a bit more managerial roles, doesn't he?
I think he's got a taste for it again. I think it's whetted his appetite.
I don't understand it. Let him finish the season.
Yeah. I'd certainly give him a cup final.
I think Dermot could
Buddy's
be off.
going to lift that cup.
The owner could be off, I do. I think he's had enough of all the squabbling going on. That's what, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it was, of course, plenty more Premier League games tonight, 6 of them, and Arsenal versus Brentford. That'll be a big game, like you say. Can Arsenal now handle this pressure that City are only 2 points behind them? That's on talkSPORT tonight, 7:30 kickoff. And Alan, this last headline is for you. BBC World Cup surrender. Okay, so the BBC are not planning to send TV pundits and commentators to North America for the World Cup until the quarter-final stages. And also...
It might even be the semis.
And they're not having their own. They're not having their own studio as well, unlike ITV and other broadcasters.
Yeah.
How would you feel about that as a pundit?
You'd be disappointed. I don't care when you'd be.
Oh, you've got to be gutted. That free watch you got in Brazil. There's no more of them. That's gone.
You'd be grossly disappointed.
Hey, that free hoodlum, that's gone.
What side of the bed did you get in this morning? You're coming for me this morning.
Because you're off to America.
This is unbelievable.
Not fair, is it?
You're going to get a taster, aren't you, when you go over on Friday?
You got a number for HR. I'm phoning HR, get this sorted out. I'm nailing this right away.
You're going to the draw. That's why you're going over, isn't it? No, you're going over for the draw. You want to watch a little bit of Nicole Scherzinger, don't you, for the entertainment?
Is she going?
She's doing entertainment for the draw, as well as Bocelli, but I think you're more of a Scherzy fan.
There's a better chance of me sitting next to Scherzi in the flight over and Gav.
I'll tell you now, you'll be smooching it with the Gnomes Azuri, won't you?
Well, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I've been invited over to do a bit of work.
Is that single or has Viv gone?
I have been invited to do a bit of work for 2 days.
Viv gone?
No, she's holding the fort. I've got 2 boys. I've got 3 boys, actually, unwell, back up the road. One off school, one not right for his university, another one thinks he's... Yeah.
Yeah, and you're off to America. See you later, love.
I've got to fly
All the best. You know where the pharmacy is. See you later.
I've got to fly the flag.
That's a disgrace, isn't it, Sam? Look, we've been too busy. Well, I've been too busy talking. Sam's back was in a bit. Thank you. That was a look at today's back page of the Tesco Mobile for Business.
Back page review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Are you self-employed? Get business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big mobile networks. For terms and verification, visit tescomobile.com/business.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were absolutely sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money, but instead of entering league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. Think of it like the Harlem Globetrotters of football, and it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil, and the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil.
Step up to the Oki and win on talkSPORT.
That's a point. That is a point. We get any young dance players coming through in Scotland?
By the way, yes.
Good.
Oh, I wish I'd known the young lad's name, by the way. He's for, I want to say he's for Renfrew. Young 15-year-old lad.
Good.
I'll need to find out, but he's meant to be brilliant.
Ah,
aye, he's meant to be excellent. It's funny you should say that, yeah?
Yeah, well, we mean this, the dance music. We're going to talk about dance.
I know. How, are you playing it?
Huh?
You playing it?
No, you and me are we not managers?
Yeah, of course we are.
If you're here.
Aye, you're obviously taking it very seriously.
Yeah, talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Everything for your car, all in one place. Download today. Now, the biggest sporting event of the year is just over a week away. Is summer talkSPORT? Oh, no, we're not talking about this, are we?
Yeah.
I thought, here we go. We're talking about
so.
the big one over Christmas, New Year.
Oh, talk
not
about
this.
Yeah.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Yeah. Fred, so.
The biggest sporting event of the year is just over a week away. Some of the talkSPORT's very fine. You step up to the Oki. Join H&J on Wednesday. It's the 10th of December from 1 p.m. as 8 talkSPORT presenters go head-to-head at the Oki in our biggest competition, yes. Ali Marcella heading up Tipple 20 promotions against Jim and Simon's Flight and Jordan Limited. Flight and Jordan Limited. Our players are Dean the Storyteller Saunders, Natalie the Destroyer Sawyer, Gabby the Gabfather Agbonlaw. I'd like to see him work out a checkout. And Jamie the Chuck O'Hara.
It should be relatively simple. Gabby, double one.
Dino's our favourite. He could win it again.
Oh, I like Dino. Dino takes it seriously. I believe he's been practicing. He's out getting his own arrows and all that kind of stuff. No, I think it's a good one. I think it's going to be good.
I'm not saying Dino's dying for work, but he texted me yesterday. He said, "Fancy a gig, Al?" I said, "Yeah, Dino. When is it?" He said, 14th of December next year.
You're winding me up.
I'm like, with the greatest respect, I get a few invites, but I think, 12 months on, can I...
14th of December.
Honestly.
Tuesday.
Anyway, this is your chance to be there. And this year, you and a mate, you and a pal, could be right here with us, me and Ali.
It's a place to be. You and a mate could be the only members of the public allowed in next Wednesday's 10th December. Of course, in London, as 8 of talkSPORT's biggest names take to the hockey. You could be right there with us and rub shoulders with your favourites talkSPORT presenters. The very next day, of course, you'll be heading to the opening day at the PDC World Darts Championship. Have 2 nights in a hotel covered. And 2.5. Yes, that's £2,500 in cash.
Lovely. And by the way, you don't have far to go. It's not too far from Tower Bridge. It's just behind St Catherine's Dock, our venue.
Oh, our venue,
Sports Bar and Grill.
I walked it last time.
Just ask for Big Dave.
Big Dave.
Big Dave. Alan, for your chance to win, text WIN. No, I'm Alan. Your chance to win, text WIN to 8. See, I've got the triple thing in my head. 83338. That's 8. Text 83338.
See when it says Alan?
I know, that's me.
That's your line, right?
Text cost.
See the bit above it where it says Alan?
Well, I've only been doing it 27 years. Text costs £2 plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 423. That's 0343 423 967. Oh, come on, we've not got an easier number than this. 0343 423 9761. Lines closed, 4 p.m. tomorrow. That's when you need to answer your phone if it rings. 18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. Let me give you it again, because you're going, what is he talking about? 0343 423 9761. That's if you're calling from the moon. So for your chance to win, text WIN to 83338 now. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. Talk about me now.
That was agony. I don't mind telling you.
I feel I've just read.
That was the longest ever.
I just feel I've just read Pierce's book.
You did well.
Right, we're building up to the second test of the Ashes against England against Australia, of course, or Australia against England in Brisbane. Remember, talkSPORT will keep you across every wicket. You don't need to go anywhere else. England will be open to level the series after less than great first test. Let's get more now with Australian cricket journalist who predicted a whitewash.
He did.
And he may well be right.
He did.
A good day to Malcolm Conn. Malcolm, hiya.
Hi, Malcolm.
Nice.
How are you, Malcolm? Day, night? Aussies always win. What's going to change? Nothing?
Well, the only thing I can think of, it might go into 3 days because it's been known to rain a bit in Brisbane. but outside that, I don't think all that much will change. I think England, the cult of Bazball will grip them even more tightly, and they'll be out to prove everybody wrong, and they'll play even more rash shots as the ball's swinging all over the place. So I wouldn't hold on to too many hopes, but there's some very good players in that team, and they might play well one day.
Well, Malcolm, no Khawaja, but Travis Head will open the bat.
What?
Yes, it didn't surprise me at all that one, Khawaja didn't come up with his bad back, and two, it gives the selectors an easy out to leave Travis Head at the top of the order. And how could you not leave him at the top of the order after the incredible century that he carved up England with? So a massive psychological blow there. So he's a terrible starter. He's got a poor technique, but he thrashes the living daylights out of it. So if he can get through his first 15 or 20 runs, then look out.
Yeah.
Malcolm, it is incredible in all seriousness the day night. I think I'm right in saying, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, I think Australia won 14 of the last 15. England haven't won a 5-match series for 3 or 4 years. I mean, you would have to suggest, and after the collapse, after lunch on that second day, I mean, it looks as though they've got a mountain to climb, doesn't it?
Yes. I think Everest, there's a big signpost that they're looking at through a very large set of binoculars. So, yeah, I think that that'll be a really shattering experience for them in Perth. I mean, their bowling was exceptional on that end of that first day to bowl Australia out, give themselves what was a decent lead on that wicket, and then to be 1 for 105 one down with a 105-run lead shortly after lunch on that second day. All they had to do was bat Australia out of the game, play until stumps on the second day, and I don't reckon that Australia would have got 300, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it then, and I can't see them doing it now.
Malcolm, it's easier said than done. Look, I've not been in on the crease facing balls like that, but surely common sense tells you Stark was the danger man. Don't try and hit him out the ground. Just, be cautious with Stark. Get the ball warm, get it used, and then, let's take the other bowlers apart. But that wasn't the case, was it? He was magnificent, Stark.
They made him, and he was. Look, you can't take anything away from him. I mean, he's nearly 36 years old, which usually most fast bowlers are finished, and he's probably never bowled better. He's been terrific. But by the same token, you just, as you say, play with a bit of common sense. If you're playing a wicket with pace and bounce, you don't drive outside your eye line or you nick off, and that's what they did one after the other. So, and I'm not sure that a fortnight's enough to sort of get common sense from a long way away. So, I tend to think that, as I said, I think they'll double down and they'll play the same way, and you'll be even more frustrated.
It looks, Malcolm, they've made one change. Will Jack's coming in. It looks as though that's going to strengthen the batting ever so slightly. It's an interesting one I'm reading here this morning. You can tell us about it. Steve Smith hasn't ruled out the return of Pat Cummins.
Yeah, well, Cummins has been bowling well, building up after his back injury. He hadn't bowled since the West Indies in the middle of the year. He's been back bowling now for a few weeks. He reckons he needs 4 weeks to get going. He certainly looked good in training at Brisbane. He's been going flat out. But I'd be very surprised if he played. They haven't ruled him out, and there is some speculation that he might get a gig. But I'd be very surprised, particularly going 1-0 up. There's no need to rush him, and the wickets will probably flatten out sort of after Brisbane. So I'd be surprised if he played.
Yeah. Malcolm, look, no doubt we'll speak next week, the start next week, and I'm pretty... Ali's, are you here next Monday or Tuesday? Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah. I'm. So it's going to be very interesting. The Aussies have got to be. We'll get the odds later on, but the Aussies have got to be massive real odds on. Massive, especially a pink ball day night. Malcolm, enjoy.
Thanks, Malcolm. Thanks for your time.
Morning. I'm sure you will. And if you go the Barmy Arm, if you're over there, the Pig and Whistle's the place to go in Brisbane.
Is it?
Yeah. Pig and Whistle's great pub.
Did you not do the show from there?
Yes, we did.
Brilliant.
And they looked after us. And by the way, I was just looking at the fixtures there. Wolves need a win. They take Forest on tonight. The Wolves boys, I haven't forgot. A nice bottle of Dom Pom you sent me over and the Pig and Whistle. Thank you very much, the Wolves.
All right, I was going to say, you'd lost me there.
No, there was a big group of Wolves fans there.
Right, well, that's...
Singing, hi-ho.
Right, well, you explained it now. I mean, you completely lost me how we went for the Pig and Whistle to Wolves. Yeah. So they sent you over a nice bottle of...
Lovely. Yeah, Dom Pom.
How long was that you were there?
Oh God, it's scary. It's a few years now, and it had to be the Ashes. It was Brisbane. So is that
4 years?
19, something like that? That's frightening, isn't it? Would it be that? Yeah, it would be.
I'm trying to work out every 2 years. So it's either 4 or 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can it be 8? Can it?
It could be. It could be the way I feel. But historically poor at the Gab. I've only won 4 times at 22 since 93. Wow. Massive pressure on England to perform. 1 or 2 of the boys said, I'm sick of this Bazball. Malcolm touching it there. Is there any chance, Ali, do you think?
There's always a chance. There's always a chance, but you need so many things to go your way. I mean, you're looking at Crawley not getting any runs. Joe Root has to perform. They've got to bat. I mean, I'm kind of stating the obvious, but the Australian bowlers have Cummings back as well.
If he comes back.
I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's a big ask.
OK, Malcolm, thank you. Don't forget to tune into the latest episode of How to Win the Ashes on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel for more. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Now we reacted to the first 3 of 10 Premier League commentaries exclusive to talkSPORT, including a 9-goal thrill at the Etihad last night. But can City win the league? Nearly thrown it away again with a 5-1 lead. 5-4.
That's a worrying performance. They're nowhere near the imperious Manchester City. That's why I've been saying it for ages. I don't think City are good enough to win the title. They're just defensively not on point.
Jason Cundy, can Haaland bail them out every time? Although Foden scored a belter, didn't he?
Great goal.
But Haaland,
Haaland's with
awesome,
some goal as
doesn't
well.
he?
I mean,
He hit the post earlier. That was brilliant.
And hit the post later as well. I think before his goal and after his goal. He looks awesome. Awesome.
03717 223344. Give us a call. We'll ask those questions to top broadcaster Henry Winter. That was a look ahead, all thanks to the brilliant Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast with the Arnold Clark app. Everything for your car, all in one place. Download today. Super Ali with me. Right, what do we know this Wednesday morning? Haaland rewrote Premier League history. Brilliant. last night by reaching 100 goals in just 111 games, Ali. Breaking Shearer's long-standing record of 124, Ipswich snatched an injury time equalised in the replay. That's that replay game, do you remember, between themselves and Blackburn Rovers at Ewood? So 1-1 last night, but remember, Rovers were 1-0 up in the 80th minute before the original game was postponed due to rain. It was a real late goal as well. Was it 90 plus 4 or 90 plus 6? And Everton moved into the top half of the table, a 1-0 victory over Bournemouth, with winner scored by Jack Grealish. Can you believe that after the way Newcastle took them apart?
It's amazing now. Isn't it amazing?
So could...
Having a wee struggle, Bournemouth right off at the moment.
Yeah.
Started well, they'll be fine, but it's having a wee struggle.
Could Jack still make his way into Thomas Tuchel's plans to the World Cup? Here's what his boss, Davy Moyes, thinks.
We've got the World Cup draw on Friday. You'll be keeping a keen eye on that from a Scotland point of view. But in terms of England, can Jack still force his way onto the plane for next summer?
I think he's going to have to play well. I think if you look at the wide players what England have got at their sort of the amount they could pick, it's incredible the sort of good players England have got at the moment. But Jack, has got somebody who doesn't give the ball away, carries the ball well. He's sort of a real acquired taste. And if the manager likes him and thinks he can help him at different moments, he'll be very good at those things.
I think Davey makes a point there. Jack deserves to be in the squad, but you look at the players in there in his position.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Really tough.
Anthony Gordon looked live there last night. He was on the bench for a couple of games. Foden. There's so many players in that kind of area.
Yeah.
It's amazing, eh? But I think the one thing that Jack does differently, he gets you free kicks high up.
Oh, yeah, keeps the ball well. He very rarely gives it away.
In dangerous areas.
Here we go. For more on these stories, you can visit our website. You know it by now, but I'll give you it again. talksport.com. Have a look at that. Now, Sam is back with us for a little bit of this.
Mind the gap.
Don't be stupid, YouTube. What are you talking about?
If you don't like it, Radio 4, Tube.
Ronnie's just confirmed it for me this morning. What a tube.
What tube has written that?
Don't sound surprised, you tube. Back in your box, you tube.
Where's this going? Sam, good morning.
Good morning. This is a feature for you and YouTube.
It has to be.
Inspired by you,
yes.
The one and only. It's, of course, a new feature show to show off our YouTube channels. And today it's from Inside Gooners on how Chelsea's celebrations are showing how good Arsenal are.
Look around and see that reaction in a game that Chelsea have picked up a point in. That kind of gave me that reassurance that people take us seriously now. We turn up to places and people fear us. And to the point where a draw feels like something to be celebrating.
Yeah, I expect they were celebrating the performance. I actually think, I've spoken to a couple of Chelsea fans, and there is still an element from their side as well of kind of disappointment that that's the best they've played against us in a long time. It's probably the worst we've played against them in a long time, and they still couldn't get the 3 points. And yes, that's because of Caicedo. But yeah, I think that kind of celebration relative to our disappointment probably does tell you where we're both at.
Yeah, look, if I was a Chelsea supporter, and I'm glad I'm not, I would have been celebrating that because you've just drawn with the best team in Europe.
See, there's 3 tubes there for a start. They had 10 men for an hour, didn't they, for God's sake?
You said earlier, though, Ali, that Arsenal would have taken a point, regardless of whether they were playing 10 men or not.
I think it's been a great week. Great week's work for Arsenal. I really do. Listen, of course they want to win the game. I get that. But at the same time, I think the comfortable victory and the manner of victory against Tottenham, the same thing against Bayern Munich, second half performance was ridiculously good. I thought, yeah, you would take a point. I know you want to win the game, but you'd have taken a point. They'll be disappointed against 10 men. I take your point, Alan.
Man, watching that game, by the way, I enjoyed the game, right? But I'm saying, if only one of them had a real world-class striker, a Haaland or a Isak or something. I know they can get round it because the movement's so good, but a clinical finisher.
Yeah.
That might be the difference between doing the double Champions League Premier.
Oh, Gyökeres is back. He's saying he's not at the level. He probably isn't at this moment in time. No, he's not at this moment in time.
What rate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Class finishing? No,
fair point.
Yeah, I think Arsenal are doing well, aren't they? Like you say, they're just finding ways to win and stay in games like potentially they didn't last year. But Brentford at home tonight, of course, on talkSPORT, 7:30 kickoff. Big game, especially with City. going 2 points behind them after their win last night. It's how they handle the pressure now, isn't it?
City baffle me, because I remember I said earlier, and not this morning, but a few days ago, I said I nearly backed City 6-1 to win it when everyone was writing them off.
6-1, were they?
Yeah, and then I thought I've saved my money, but I look at the table today, I think, oh.
Is it a concern? But yeah, I know they're 2 points off the top. Arsenal got a game in hand tonight, but it would have to be a concern. As brilliant, I mean, they were brilliant. It looked as though they were unbelievable again earlier on in that game, the same as they were against Leeds. But I mean, that's them lost 6 goals in 2 league games.
Yeah, they're conceding a lot, aren't they? Albeit they're still scoring.
Yeah, that's the thing.
As long as you can score more than concede more.
Yeah, they've got the big fella up front, and Foden at this moment in time looks as though
he's looking good, isn't he?
back to his best.
Oh yeah.
But no, he's good. But yeah, Arsenal's next.
One thing I've noticed, I was saying to Ali earlier, a lot of people are getting to the dead ball line and cutting it back to the centre spot. We were taught that as kids.
Yeah.
In Glasgow, when you get there, don't whip it across the face of the goal. Cut it back.
Cut it back for our oncoming.
Because all the defenders are running back.
Well, they do.
Towards it, but they don't stop. You just run with them and then check and just wait until the ball comes back, bang.
Unless you're Tottenham. The natural thing for the defender is to drop another back 5, 6, 7 yards into onto the goal line, 6-yard box, defend the goal.
Yeah. What did you think of Tottenham last night against Newcastle?
That's a good point for them. I think that's a good point for them. After a real disappointment at the weekend, I think that, because the record up at Tottenham, Sam hasn't been, a bigger part at Newcastle hasn't been good. I think the last 2 or 3 games, I think the goals against 12, they've only scored 2. And I saw them get hiding up there, about 5 or something, or 4-0 down after about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's not easy to go up there.
Just to the bottom, you fear for, you look at Wolves, don't you? And Wolves are trying, they're playing with spirit, but
I thought they looked all right in the highlights I saw against the Villa.
What about Paquetá? We'll come to that later. If you're in that dressing room, you volley him right up there.
Oh, you're raging.
You volley. So what are you doing yet?
You're raging. But by the way,
shocking. You sold him right down the Thames.
Yes,
didn't he?
I totally agree with you. But there's no way back for Wolves there, is there? Come on.
No. Sam, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. No, I'm done.
I can't wait.
Back up north. Got back up north.
You heading back up the road?
Yeah, getting the train. Run through London Bridge.
Yeah.
Really?
Did you get it from King's Cross?
No, Euston. Back up to Liverpool. But yeah. Hopefully a win for them tonight as well.
2 hours.
2 hour 20.
There you are.
If all's on time.
Yeah.
Little snooze.
No, I'll try, but I'm a dribbler.
Are you?
Yeah. I can sit in the corner if it's available so no one can see me dribbling.
Oh.
Put on a bit of
I don't mind that unless I'm dribbling against somebody.
Dribbler, like mouth open, deep sleep.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not dribbling a football, Alan, on the train, am I?
I thought maybe you had a glass of bubbly or something.
No,
I need to find the excuse.
No comment. You hear that?
No, I'm partial to a little bit of orange juice in it.
You've got to have a kip on the train. Get your head down.
Oh, I can't. You can sleep in the clothesline. I can't sleep anywhere, mate. Useless. Anyway, Sam, I don't want you to miss your train.
Thank you very much.
Have a seat.
See you later.
Enjoy New York.
I will do.
Thank you.
Washington, is it? Washington, yeah.
It's what, by the way?
Yeah, in first class.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watching Nicole Scherzinger and
Well, you'll be
Bocelli.
first class in the train. Good luck.
Yes, thank you. Of course I am, darling.
Right, coming up at 7 o'clock. Who's coming up next? Sam, thank you. Henry Winter, Dave Edwards, Dom King, Dominic. It can't be bright and beautiful up in Liverpool again. Every time we go there, it's lovely, isn't it?
Dom was. I want to talk to Dom. I'm sure Dom. I think Steve said Dom was at Newcastle races at the weekend. What about Constitution Hill again?
Yeah, fighting 5th, yeah.
That's got to be a concern, hasn't it?
I thought Nicky was going to start crying. He's gutted. He's done everything possible for that horse. So we'll talk to Steve a little bit later on. Right, good morning, Ali and me. Brazil, 7 o'clock.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against the real prospects, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Okay, 6 minutes after 7 o'clock. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Ali's with me before he flies off to swan it up with the hierarchy from FIFA. Good on you.
I'm working.
Good on you.
I'm working, mate.
You come back with a nice watch or something. A nice... a few euros,
mate.
A few euros.
I'm out there at Coalface for a couple of days.
A few bins, and you know, if you get. On the way for the smart, you might meet Donald, you might meet Trumpy.
He's doing it, isn't he?
Is he? Oh, there you go.
Aye.
I think your courses are great in Aberdeen, Mr. President. On the way for you this morning, just one win in 9 games. Oof. For Daniel Farke and Leeds United, we'll ask the former striker Jermaine Beckford if he must pick up at least a point against Chelsea on talkSPORT tonight. to keep his job. By the way, do you remember them great Chelsea Leeds games?
Oh,
back to 1970.
Davy Webb, header, back post, long throws. Hutchison, Peter
By the way,
Houseman, Big Osgood.
If I was a manager, I'd show the Leeds players, I'd show the Chelsea players what it used to be like when they played.
Remember it? They used to leather each other, didn't they? Didn't they?
Well, we'll also build up to two huge games for Palace and Liverpool tonight, while man who managed both clubs, of course, Roy Hodgson. Before all that, though, it's only December, but we probably already had the game of the season.
Definitely completely crazy game. Played in a lot of crazy games. This was one of them. Johan Cruyff said I prefer to win 5-4 than 1-0, right?
Erling Haaland left-footed from the middle of the penalty area and the quickest player to have scored 100 Premier League goals.
He can be the best player that ever played in the Premier League.
Another magnificent goal from Phil Foden.
I'm not happy at all with the way you conceded goals.
Doku with a deflected curling shot. Fulham 1, Manchester City 5.
And 1 second later it's 5-4. And that's why Premier League is unique.
Chukwueze! They've got a fourth! This is absolutely extraordinary!
Wow, astonishing.
Who would have thought that a Premier League classic would take place on this night of all nights?
We scored 4, but we lost the game at home. Difficult, but the reaction was unbelievable from them.
Back to Kevin, reverse ball, King! Off the line by Guardiola! Oh, it was so nearly the moment for Fulham. And Manchester City escape with victory. Fulham 4, Manchester City 5.
Whoa, imagine if Josh Kings had gone in.
Oh.
Huh?
Good clearance. Good clearance.
Incredible.
Yeah. Good clearance.
John is now to look back on a crazy night in the Premier League and also build up to another huge one tonight. Is writer, journalist and co-host of the Sunday edition, Henry Winter. Henry, good morning.
Henry, very good morning.
Morning, Alan. Morning, Ali. How are we?
We're in good form, thank you.
Henry, first of all, we have to raise our hands, our glasses, to toast Erling Haaland. 100. Amazing record in the games he's played. 100 goals, Premier League goals. Frank,
yeah, absolutely. In 111 Premier League games. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's another good finish yesterday. But you know what? I was just sort of thinking about him and thinking about his many strengths, the way he scores the goals, the team play. We've seen him also, particularly this season for Manchester City, given their defensive issues. He's often back there, you know, obviously, at corners and set pieces. And, you know, he wants that ball. He wants the clear. So he contributes so much out of possession. But I was also thinking, I was trying to rack my brains. You know, he plays the game the right way. You know, if you are a young coach or you've got a young player coming through and you say, look at Haaland, look at the goals, look at the dedication, look at the sort of the nutrition on that new YouTube video, but also look at the way he plays the game. You know, you guys both played and strikers take an absolute buffeting, but he tends to stay on his feet. I can only think of one time that he may have dived, and I think that was against Barcelona and Christensen a couple of seasons back in Europe. But otherwise, I think he just plays the game the right way, as well as being a brilliant finisher.
Yeah.
Henry, would it be are we nitpicking a little bit, or would it be a concern? Certainly should be a concern, in my opinion. How many goals are leaking?
Absolutely. I mean, you look at Arsenal, who are playing tonight, obviously played one game fewer. They've conceded only 7 in 13 in the Premier League. City are 16 in 14. Just checking the notes there.
That's right.
You know, which is, and obviously part of that is because they haven't got Rodri in front of that back four. Part of it is also because the fullbacks are fantastic, but they're not natural fullbacks, O'Reilly and Nunes. I mean, O'Reilly, look, is a fantastic prospect, but, you know, in a way, Pep and City should be applauded because their fullbacks are attacking fullbacks, and you can't get at City down the flanks. So absolutely, it is a concern. And particularly, you look at Arsenal; they got some criticism at the weekend, but they got out of Stamford Bridge with a point without their two main centre halves.
Yeah, but Henry, looking at, and by the way, Arsenal could go on and win it, no problem, big favourites. I look at the table this morning. City just 2 behind. Yes, they played a game more. But City, as much as we say how fantastic this Arsenal squad is and the side is and how they're demolishing top sides in Europe and domestically, City is still question marks over City, especially defensively, just 2 points behind. Are Arsenal going to rue them not pressing the advantage with 10 men against Chelsea? I know it's not that easy with 10 men, but at the same time, if you're going to win it, Could this come back to haunt them?
We've got contrasting views on this, Henry. I think it's not a bad point.
I think it's not a bad point without their two main centre halves, and with Gyökeres not fully fit, with Eze having not the best of games by his standards, and also you just look at Chelsea. I mean, they were just ferocious in the tackle. You could see the stick they were giving Madueke, the Cucurella initially against Saka, and when they lost Caicedo, you looked at the performance, particularly of the captain Reece James in midfield. So look, two sides to every coin, every game, and I thought Chelsea were outstanding. So I think you're right. I think they probably came away with a point and thought, wow, that was a real old school derby.
Could have won
talking
in the
about
end,
Chelsea Leeds.
right on the death. If Gyökeres just said, leave it, bang, it could have been different. But look, we'll move on. Spurs needed a tonic, didn't they? Yeah. Would that be enough to appease some of the Tottenham fans?
Well, look, the away fans, that's not the easiest of midweek trips. 8:15 kickoff, probably some of them are getting back into North London now. So, yeah, I think it was the fight that they showed. Look, they want to see more sort of creativity. There was only sort of 2 attempts on target, and Romero, coming back into the team, he was outstanding. I think they've got every reason to be miffed, and it'd be interesting to know what you guys think about the penalty decision.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to give penalties for that, then fair enough, but let's be consistent. You can have about 4 or 5 a game.
That's exactly what I was with it. I thought it was pretty soft, to be honest with you. That said, I still think with what's happening, or what's happened the last maybe 10 days or so with Tottenham, obviously the couple of sore defeats, particularly the weekend, I still think it's not, well, I think it's a good point for him. What did you think of the whole situation, Henry, in terms of the kind of fallout with the fans falling out with the manager sticking up for the goalkeeper? What did you think of the whole thing?
I think if you're Tottenham fans and you pay quite a substantial sum to go to that magnificent stadium, and you've seen 3 home Premier League wins in 20, you are entitled to be a bit frustrated. You're also entitled to be a bit frustrated with your goalkeeper for going AWOL and then not taking responsibility. And this, it's not targeting Vicario, it's targeting a whole malaise at Tottenham, which is a lack of responsibility taking. And that's been an issue at Spurs. Conte highlighted it before going back to Italy. So I can understand the frustration there. But for Pedro Porro and Thomas Frank, who, look, is a fantastic man and absolutely deserves the support, but for them to have a slight go at the fans, I mean, that never works. You need to keep the fans on side.
You never win in that battle. Nobody wins that battle.
Henry, have you packed your case? United Airlines to Washington, D.C., up the stairs, turn left, next to Ali, later on today?
I can't get on there because the McCoist entourage is heading out in force. So you'll have a brilliant time. I know you'll be at the workface and coalface and working incredibly hard out there, and just get a nice draw for Scotland.
That's what I'm aiming for, Henry.
It's going to be the most expensive World Cup tickets yet.
They're going to have to do something about the tickets. Tell us a little bit about that, Henry, because it looks, from what I'm reading, absolutely scandalous, some of the prices.
Yeah, I mean, if you look
That's to pay for his first-class seat.
Yeah, but I mean, FIFA are saying that, there are some cheap seats, but I mean, you're up in the gods. There are very few of them. I mean, I think it's about 8 or 9 times the cost of Qatar in terms of tickets. Whoa. You've then got dynamic pricing, which we've seen over here in concerts. That is going to be an issue over there. Travel is obviously going to be an issue. But look, you guys played. The moment the first ball is kicked, the moment we get Messi versus Ronaldo, the moment you get sort of Estefao or Bellingham or Rodgers or whoever on the ball, everyone will be going, this is absolutely great. Yeah. But look, the cost is too much. It is a bit of a rip-off. And if you look at some of the, not that I'm getting a violin out, but some of the cost for the corporate, I mean, it's £250,000 for a lounge suite at a quarter-final in Boston. And you don't even know who you're getting next. But to be fair, you do get car parking, although I don't think I'll be driving over.
Valley parking. I should hope.
Dear me.
Henry, have a great day. Thank you.
Nice to see you, Henry.
Cheers.
All the best.
Good trip, Alex.
To there. God, that's ridiculous. What's going on here?
What do you think about the punters, man? It's just terrible.
So where we got? We got Canada, US, and Mexico.
Canada, US, Mexico.
See that in Mexico. Huh?
Nobody. Certainly none of the locals. That's for sure. That's incredible, isn't it? Thousands of dollars for the game.
250,000 for quarter-final. You don't even know who's playing. Absolute joke. Right, we're going to talk Wolves, and it's not good if you're a Wolves fan at this moment. Can they find something? Wolves against Forest. That's tonight. Dave Edwards, former Wolves midfielder, joins us next.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
.21 talkSPORT Breakfast with Super Ali Now, it's been the worst possible start to the season for the Wolves. Just 2 points in 13 league games has them miles adrift at the bottom. Is there any way out? They take on Forest tonight live on the talkSPORT app. And what is Rob Edwards' third game in charge? If you just get 2 wins on the bounce, Ali, even then they're struggling. They host Forest tonight. It's live on talkSPORT app. And what is Rob Edwards? It's his third game, so there's a long way to go. But crikey, run out of when once you pass Christmas, it gets tougher and tougher.
I know.
Will's biggest hater, Gabby Bonner, was alongside me last Friday, and before they lost to the Villa, which was a tough game, by the way, 1-0, wasn't it? Gabby gave his prediction how the season will play out at the Molineux.
I looked at Wolves, 2 points so far this season, 8 behind Burnley. Been a disastrous season so far.
They have struggled.
I mean, goal difference minus 20, conceded 27 goals, the most in the Premier League. An absolute shambles. Rob Edwards, who I do like, lovely guy, got a tough job. But I looked at anyway Wolves, and I went through their games, Al. So,
go on.
Villa away.
Oh, I think he said Villa would win. Although he did say to me off air, he says they're our bogey team, Villa. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a draw. And it was tight, wasn't it? I don't know if you watched the game.
I did.
Tight.
I thought Wolves had some chances as well. So,
yeah.
But having said that, as you said,
there looks no way out.
2 points, mate.
John is now for more on whether Gabby's talking absolute rubbish. Is the former Wolves midfielder Dave Edwards. Dave, a very good morning.
Dave, good morning, mate.
It doesn't look good, Dave.
No, good morning, Ali. Good morning.
Hi.
Al, no, I wish Gabby was wrong, but it is looking bleak at the moment. And yeah, 2 points from the start is not good enough. No wins. But they've got 3 huge home games coming up before Christmas where if they don't get the results in those, then you can almost say that they're completely dead and buried by the new year. They've got obviously Forest tonight, then Man United, then Brentford, all before Christmas. So big games. Rob Edwards has got a massive job. He's someone I know really well, and I've seen both of the games live. I was at Molineux for his opening game against Palace, and then I was at Villa Park in the away end with my son actually on Sunday, and there has been a huge difference.
It looked better, didn't it, Dave? It did look better against the Villa.
It does. I've always been worried this season about where the goals are going to come from since losing Mateus Cunha, Ray Nate-Nori, and some other key players like Sarabia. Nelson Semedo. It's been a tough summer for the team, but at the top end of the pitch is where they've been really lacking in quality more than anything else. But for the first time this season at Villa Park, I saw a team that could create with the same group of players. We had 4 or 5 really good chances against Aston Villa. And Rob Edwards said after the Crystal Palace game, it's about big moments. And even against Palace, Wolves had some moments, but then Palace got the goals with the quality they've got. And it was exactly the same against Villa. We had, I would say, 3 really good chances before Villa scored. And Villa weren't at it. They were off the back of the European game. They were there for the taking, really, as good as their home form is. And then they score an absolute wonder goal from Kamara, and then that's us out the game.
Yeah,
but
it was a great goal.
There is big improvements, though. Big improvements.
Dave, so the next 3 games before Christmas, are we talking about maximum points? They need 9 points, or would 7? I know it'd be a bonus, but is 7 enough, or do they need all 9?
I think if you go into the new year and you're within 5 or 6 points of safety, you are in the mix, because Wolves last season went on a run where they won 6 on the bounce, and that would transform your season. I'm not saying this team's necessarily good enough to do that this season, but they need to pick up points and wins quick. And there's a bit of a false dawn under Vitor Pereira where they beat Everton in the EFL Cup, and then they got back-to-back draws against Spurs and Brighton where they conceded late goals. But then they lost to Sunderland and Burnley, and then it came crashing down again. But the gap's getting bigger and bigger. We're 9 points from safety. And yeah, you have to start winning games as soon as possible. But the fans are genuinely now really behind Rob Edwards. They can see what he's trying to do. So Molineux tonight should be a really good atmosphere, and they're desperate for Rob Edwards to do well. They know he's taking a big risk to come to the football club. They know he's one of their own. He's played for them and coached with them, and they've seen a big turnaround. And I think the main thing is in effort and application. You saw at Villa Park lads who were really running for the shirt. They were fighting. They were getting into every tackle, full of endeavour, and that's the bare minimum you want as a fan. And I think the fans are seeing that now.
Dave, is it as straightforward as effectively what you just mentioned there. I mean, you can't surely let that quality leave your team without replacing it, and they haven't effectively.
Yeah, it's the season which has finally caught up with them, Ali. They've done it for the last 3 or 4 seasons, really. And Fosun, who own the football club, they've done amazing things since they came in. They got Wolves promoted. They had a European campaign. Then COVID come along, and it's really stifled their business as a whole. And Wolves is a part of their business.
Yeah.
And they've had this model of self-sustainability where you bring in players at a cheaper level, you develop them, you get them in the first team, and then you sell them on. And probably trying to follow what Brighton do and Bournemouth and teams like that. But what I'll say about those teams is they never sell all the players in one hit.
Yeah.
They'll always keep a couple back. Like, look at Bournemouth this year, they keep Semenyo, even though they sold a few of the other ones. But this season, the players that Wolves have brought in, none of them have hit the ground running, whereas in the last few years they have done. Like last year they brought in Andre. He was great straight away. They brought in João Gomez and Cunha the year before. They all hit the ground running. They were good. Whereas this year, none of those signings they brought in, which they still spent money. They still spent over 100 million on sort of 7 or 8 players. But none of those players had any Premier League quality. And they've really struggled, and that's where they've fallen down. Then you lose your talisman in Matheus Cunha. He was the difference last year, where Wolves could be a defensive team. They could be in their shape, make it difficult for the opposition, but then they could give him the ball, and he would keep it. He would get them up the pitch, and he would score and create. So that's the player they haven't got. They haven't got that X factor player at all this season.
Yeah.
Dave, thank you for your time. Let's see.
Enjoy the game, Dave. All the best.
Games come.
Cheers,
what
guys.
they bring, Dave Edwards. Ali, I've got to break, but just quickly. I'm looking at West Ham, 4th from bottom. Same level of points as Leeds, 11 points, just 1 ahead of Burnley. Paquetá, would you do, you've been managing, do you leave him out for... Well, I know he's out now.
Suspended now, isn't
Do
he?
you leave him out and say, I can't trust you now?
No.
We're on a fight.
No, you can't. You can't afford to.
It was almost, ref, please send me off.
Ridiculous. It was madness. Ridiculous.
Let his teammates down.
Completely and utterly let everybody down. Himself, teammates, fans. But you need to win games. Look where they are.
Exactly. Shocking. Shut him up.
I know. But once his suspension's up, you got to go back. In my opinion, you got to have a chat to him. Whether you discipline him is up for debate. You probably should. But then you need him back. For me, you need him back in your team.
I think I'd leave him out. 7:30.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were absolutely sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money, but instead of entering league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. Think of it like the Harlem Globetrotters of football, and it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil, and the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil.
Right, here we go. 25 minutes to 8 o'clock. talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Ally McCoist, and the Arnold Clark app. Everything for your car all in one place. Download today. How cold's it back home, really?
Not bad the last couple of days, but before that, the week, freezing.
I'm sure I've read the snow coming.
Well, it's bound to be. It's certainly cold enough, but it's, you know that way the last couple of days it's kind of wet, dreich, rather than cold.
See, the Sika deer are taking over from the monarch of the Glen.
No.
Yeah, totally outbreeding our natives.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Really bad. Bad news, Ali.
I didn't know that. Nothing, the monarch of the Glen, beautiful. Remember
who painted them?
I don't know, you're going to tell me. I don't know.
Was it Lansdale?
Was it?
Was it Edward Lansdale? Something like that. But yeah, I was disappointed when I read that. Sika deer are non-native.
Yeah.
They're just outbreeding. It's taking it, and even culling them is not, you know.
Right, be very careful and move on.
No, you know what I'm going to say now.
No, you know, move on.
It's a fact. All right, I'll leave it out.
Move on.
The legend that is Kevin Sinfield is taking part in his 7-in-7 Ultra Marathon Challenge, which is incredible, this week, which finishes at Portman Road. He's providing updates every morning.
Unbelievable.
And here's today's. This is great.
Good morning, Alan and Ali. Kev Sinfield here. We had an absolutely incredible day in Cork yesterday with so many new friends, and we're joined by the Irish and Lions legend Donncha O'Callaghan for the day. We went to rugby, Gaelic football and athletic clubs, and the message was always the same, that we cared about the MND community and they shared in all that came with it. I'm pleased to say that we have passed the $500,000 point in our fundraising. So thank you to so many of you who have donated already. But more needs doing. and if you can spare a few quid, I can promise it will make a huge difference to this beautiful community. We're in Swansea today, but please search 7 in 7 together for all the details. Thanks, guys, as always, and take care.
What a star, brilliant. Well done,
Absolutely
Kevin.
magnificent. Said that yesterday. The guy's a hero, man.
Did I hear they're finishing at Portman Road? I thought they'd been to Portman Road on Monday.
No,
double check that, will you?
No, I think they're finishing. Because
I'll try and get there Monday then.
They started... I just got that.
Matt Holland emailed me and I said I'll try and get there.
They started at Suffolk, I'm sure.
Yeah, started
or your buddy St Edmunds, and them in Cork yesterday.
Well, see, that's why I couldn't go. I couldn't go last Monday. I could do next Monday.
Well, listen, I remember you telling that story. Just whip
does finish at Portman Road. Right, okay, I'll look in there.
Why don't you just whip on your Stan Smiths and do the last 14 mile one?
You mean my blue Adidas Gazelle?
Aye, you did. What was it? You did the half marathon.
Just 1:32.
You broke the Suffolk record or so? What was it again?
That was a Wellingham City, half marathon. Get it right. If you're going to take the Mickey, get it right.
Oh man, alive.
On to the football, and Liverpool finally got back to winning ways in the Premier League at the weekends to beat West Ham 2-0. Did after leaving Mo Salah on the bench, and ahead of welcome high-flying Sunderland to Anfield on talkSPORT tonight, of course. Arne Slot was asked about Mo's reaction to being left out.
Of course, a player isn't happy he's not playing. He wasn't the only one who wasn't happy that he wasn't starting, I can tell you. And that's normal. But the way he behaved was as you would expect from a professional he is. But he was very supportive for his teammates, handled himself really well during the day and yesterday in the session as well. So you cannot be a player that's available every 3 days and play on that high standards if you go with your emotions. But for Mo, he's so disciplined, knows what to do to stay fit, and no matter if he plays well, doesn't play well, if he plays or if he doesn't play, he will always be that top professional, and that's what he was in the last 2 days.
So don't forget, live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2 tonight, Liverpool against Sunderland. Will he leave him out tonight, Ali? And B, is Mo lost confidence, or is he just getting older?
My answer is...
People are saying he's lost his pace. I'm like...
No, he's just going through a period. And the automatic thing is because of his age, we start asking the questions, is it...
But he has been truly outstanding, hasn't he?
Oh, I would use the word phenomenal. I really would. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. But the man that's coming on now will tell us, but I don't think he'll start tonight either. I might be wrong.
Okay, you're talking about that man. Let's get the thoughts of the Daily Mail's Merseyside writer, Dominic King. Dom, morning, Dom.
Dom, how are you, mate?
Good morning. How are we well, gents?
Well, is he starting, Dom? What do you think?
That was bright.
Listen, I'm not sure. I've got the filter on for you, Al, as always. Don't worry. So listen, there's a reason why Salah not playing at West Ham has caused such a commotion in terms of people talking about it. So I did some bit of research on it. Liverpool have played 317 Premier League games since Salah signed in August 2017, right?
Say that again, Dom, 317.
317 Premier League games since he signed in August 2017. He's only not featured in 17 matches.
Wow.
Incredible.
Amazing.
That is incredible.
And a chunk of those 17 have been AFCON games.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary what he's done in terms of making himself, never mind the goals or whatever, that's just that adds everything to him. But the durability and the professionalism and the athleticism to make himself available consistently for 8 years, off the scale.
Yeah.
And I think, look, he isn't playing well at the moment. He does look short, but I also think there's been a little bit of a lack of respect about him from the way people are talking about him. Oh, he's finished. Oh, his legs have gone and things like that.
Yeah.
I just think he's set standards that high and been so consistent.
Yeah.
That the fact that he's shown himself to be sort of human, if you want, has caught everybody by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I think so, Dom. Looking at him, Dom, was it the start of last season or the season before? I think everybody could see actually a different shape to him. He had a physical appearance.
It was last season.
Was it? What?
Yeah, it was last season.
He'd obviously
he looked stronger because
he did, didn't he, mate? He did. And I take your point. I think he's been one of the greats. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And when you have those standards and you have that ability and you play at that level for so long, it's natural that people are a little bit taken aback when your standards drop through. Like everybody else has a little bit of a drop in form. But my question to you would be, and it'd probably be the same question to Arne Slot, is you going through a wee period where it actually benefits him, never mind benefiting the team, it benefits him being out the side for 2 or 3 games?
Well, he's leaving to go to the AFCON on December the 15th. Arne confirmed that to us yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's only got 4 more games that he can be available before he goes away. So I would think he'll be featuring in them at some point. And I'd also sort of like to stress something about Sunday in terms of beating West Ham. Yes, it was much needed. It was restoring a bit of balance and whatever. But West Ham aren't the best team that Liverpool are going to face this season by any stretch of the imagination. And I wouldn't be getting carried away about what they did there. And I also wouldn't underestimate the challenge that they're going to face from Sunderland this evening. I've seen Sunderland. I've seen Sunderland live 5 times in the last 8 weeks. They're fabulous. The energy out of them. They're relentless. They don't stop even when they're a couple of goals down. On Saturday was one of the best games I've been to in ages. It was a throwback in terms of the. The weather that was played in and how they went about the task. And I tell you what, they will go toe to toe with Liverpool tonight. They won't shirk anything.
Who would have thought at the start of the season, here we are, December, Sunderland would be above Liverpool in the Premier League? It is frightening. What about, I tell you what was encouraging, Isak. That finish.
Lovely finish.
That was beautiful. Finish. Clinical, gorgeous finish.
He enjoyed that when Dommy did.
It was, yeah. It was. I asked Arne about it yesterday. He said he's seen just a little bit of lift in his demeanour, little bit of confidence that he's taken from it. But equally, he was saying that he's the type of player that demands so much more of himself, and he didn't spend 125 million for him to score 1 goal against West Ham. He's got to go on a run of scoring 6 or 8 now in the next 6 or 8 games, I think.
Yeah.
Dom, just a quick one. I know we've got to go to a break, but I mentioned to Big Al, I think Steve-O, if you want meant to be there, Steve-O dropped you in it. I think you're at Newcastle at the race.
Fighting 5th.
Yes, I was. I actually did both games. I went straight from Constitution Hill, seen the race, jumped in the car and went straight over to the Stadium of Light. Yeah.
Worrying for Constitution Hill, though, wasn't it? But just saying to Big Al,
it was. Do you know what, Ali? Peter Beardsley had gone there. Terry McDermott had gone there. He'd gone with his son to see. Bumped into a couple of them, and they all just wanted to go and see this horse in the flesh. There was loads of people that around the place that made journeys up to Newcastle just to go and be in the presence of greatness. And it was one of the most remarkable things I've seen on a racecourse when it fell. He was cheered over he was clapped out of the paddock. He was cheered over the first, and then the explosion of sort of shock of everybody when he fell. It was incredible.
Yeah.
God knows where he goes next.
Nicky was nearly in tears, Nicky Henderson, but we'll see.
He was.
Dom, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dom. All the best, mate.
Pleasure, gents.
Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
Now we're going to build up to two huge games. Palace and Liverpool tonight, while man who managed both clubs, Roy Hodgson. Up next, though, with Celtic close to appointing a new boss, who is only, I'm not going to get negative here, he's only ever managed in the States. We'll find out. But I'm willing to give him more of a chance than I gave Big Hand Hugh.
He does not hold the required UEFA Pro license. This has got to be a wind-up. No. Where did they come up with these guys from?
That was only get a good bet on McConnell. That was a look ahead, all thanks to the brilliant Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it! Oh! Oh!
Oh! We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Nine minutes to 8, talkSPORT Breakfast with the Arnold Clark app. Everything for your car, all in one place. Download today. Brazil and Ally McCoist here, taking you through to 10. Right, what do we know this Wednesday morning? Well, I tell you what, it was a bit of a shock. ITV presenter, former talkSPORT Breakfast host Laura Woods, says she is okay after fainting live on television yesterday. Laura later posted on her Instagram story, "Gosh, that was a bit weird. Sorry to worry everyone. I'm okay. The wonderful paramedics at Saints have said it's probably a virus. I just need a bit of a rest from Ali." and to hydrate more. From everyone here at talkSPORT, get well soon, Laura, please.
She's great. She sent us a wee message this morning. Yeah.
Katie came out of Sudan, you know.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was great. You get back on your feet, kid, and watch what you're doing. Take it easy.
Well, there's a lesson for you, by the way. Million Jobs McCoist.
Well, I know. But
Laura's a lot younger than you.
Oh, there's no need to rub it in. I mean, that's blatantly obvious. But I think you know it's better than me. We just spoke about it. There's a virus going about.
Yeah.
Seriously.
There's loads going around.
Oh, well, I told you, 3 of my boys have got it. So everybody needs to be careful out there. Correct. Would you get well soon?
Yeah. Enzo Maresca's confirmed that Cole Palmer is available for Chelsea's trip to Leeds United tonight, live in the talkSPORT app. Conor Benn is made the #1 challenger to the WBC welterweight world title. Former British middleweight champion Paul Smith. He joined H&J yesterday to have his say.
A little bit, because the win over Chris Eubank doesn't necessarily entitle you to be the #1 contender. But listen, he's and again, without sounding too technical or too sort of negative towards it, the fight that he had with Chris Eubank, or the fights that he had with Chris Eubank, we're not the weight that he's been entered in the #1 rankings at. So he's been there, put it in there for a reason. They want to make that fight. The fight makes sense, obviously, to everyone business wise, and that's the type of fight that they want to be making for Conor Benn in the #1 position to get him into a world title.
Paul Smith there, surprised to see Conor made #1 contender. So this Saturday, the EBU, the European title, is on the line in Monaco. There's also a stacked undercard featuring Pat McCormack and Johnny Fisher, who will join us in the show on Friday. Eddie Hearn's with us tomorrow. Watch live this Saturday only DAZN.
Do you remember that one?
What? What?
It was your best ever, man. The boys are just reminding me.
What?
You had Matt McCormack.
When? What, just there?
No, the last time we were on.
Did I?
And Pat McCormack doing his Matt McCormack.
It probably was down there. Anyway, if you get your feet under the mat lately. Hey?
I knew you'd come swinging for me. Who dropped me in it?
Billy the Cab.
That's shocking, Billy.
Right, let's have a bit of this.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
When you walk through a storm,
hold your head.
They do it well, Liverpool, don't they? Imagine stealing Liverpool's song.
And
you're not embarrassed. You're not embarrassed.
Afraid. Oh, brings back memories.
You're not embarrassed stealing Liverpool's
rubbish.
song.
I think we sang it first.
Right, Liverpool fans, get messages into me. I need to know who sang it first. I've got a fair guess that been Jerry and the Pacemakers. It might have been Liverpool that sang it first. No,
Jerry was at Celtic game. What was it? Carousel it was from, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, Carousel.
Is that Liza Minnelli? No, Liza Minnelli.
You're at it. Carousel, not cabaret, you tube.
I've just had another feet under the mat.
You need a break in Washington.
It's come to the cabaret, innit? Come to the cabaret.
You're ruining a good song. They reckon Liverpool played. Who it was
when they used to do
Big Jock's testimonial.
When the fair used to come to Glasgow, it used to come to the carousel.
Did you ever go down to Blackpool on the fair fortnight?
Oh yeah. Do you remember the Grand National?
Yeah.
At Blackpool, the Pleasure Beach.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Aye. And then another one. The Grand National was the one we went on. We went down there with a BB, and the other one was. It was they called it. Was it Scary Mouse or the Mighty Mouse thing?
Mighty Mouse, I think.
Mighty Mouse.
I think it was Mighty Mouse.
Wow. I take it you went down there as well?
Oh yeah. But then my old man used to try and be posh and take us to Lytham St Anne's instead.
We went to Whitley Bay.
Did you? Whitley Bay? Did you?
Told you Holly Avenue. And I met the guy. Never tell you. I met Tony. Right? This guy came up to me. I swear to God. And he went, you used to go to Whitley Bay your holidays. I went, that's right. You used to go down with Mum and Dad. We used to stay in either number 11 or 13 Holly Avenue bed and breakfast. He says, you remember the name of the family? I went, yeah, Nags. He says, you remember the name of the boy? I went, yeah, Tony. He went, that's me, how you doing?
No way.
I'm telling you. Brilliant. Brilliant.
I remember one year I remember the traffic was murder, honestly. Because you used to go over Shap, didn't you? Kendall and all that drive down. And the traffic was murdered. Old man, there was no sat-navs, no tom-toms then. You know, Ben, my old man, said, I'm not sitting in this. I'll go this way. So he takes a shortcut and about 100 cars follow him. About 20 minutes later, dead end. Oh, the pelters he got.
Dogs abuse.
I was on the floor hiding.
My old man never drove.
No?
No. We never had a car. See, you're a toff.
I had a garden.
We never had a car. That must have told you my wee mum. My wee mum, when she was about, I don't know, my sister would tell me. I bet my wee mum was about 67. Well past the time. She was 67, 68. Took driving lessons.
No.
Passed her test. And never once drove. She just wanted to pass her test.
My mum had passed the test and never drove. Weird, isn't it? Let's learn more about what to expect. We're talking Celtic from Wilfried Nancy, the soon-to-be new Celtic manager, who's come from a 3-year spell over in the MLS. Here's American sports writer Zach Lowy with the lowdown.
Celtic are getting the best manager in MLS with Wilfried Nancy. This is somebody who has consistently punched above his weight, working with teams with shoestring budgets, and getting players from unknown quantities to elite level players, playing with the U.S. men's national team, playing in top 5 leagues. This is somebody who not only transforms teams' results, but transforms their style of play. Columbus have constantly dominated the league for key attributes like possession, like expected goals. So we're going to see players getting on the ball in advanced areas, taking initiative and buying into the style of play. And that's going to have a lot of positive results, especially in big game scenarios. So I think that this is going to be a fantastic result for Celtic, not just in terms of their wins, but in terms of their style of play.
You must be, are you really excited about that?
At the end of the season I would be, but not now. Martin's doing a brilliant job. Why change it? Let Martin take it to the end of the year.
So what are you saying? You're not excited at the prospect of Wilfried Nancy coming?
No, I don't see the point of a change at this moment in time unless Martin says, I've done my bit, that's me. I'm too old, I'm too tired, I'm not doing it anymore. I've got a feeling Martin wants to continue. And he should continue. But maybe they've promised this guy you're in.
Well, it looks like it. But I'm with you, actually. I need to be honest. I thought Martin would certainly have kept it to the cup final.
Martin's loving it.
Well, of course he is. Absolutely. That's just that surprised me. But we wish Wilfried good luckish.
I tell you what, there is coming up, and I should mention it. There's a big sleepover. Big Gav, you know Big Gav?
Yeah.
Gavin Kelly. They're all by where is it now? Is it by Liverpool Street Church over there? It's not Liverpool Street, but it's that part of London.
Staying out for the night for the kind of homeless thing.
Rough, yeah.
Oh,
they do it every year.
Great, good on them.
And that's where Brother Wilford, who formed Celtic, after he left his stint at Celtic, went there as the priest, and there's loads of them do it. They raise fortunes for Celtic Foundation. Not just that, for Glasgow kids as well.
Yeah, great.
Not just Celtic, not just Catholic.
Yeah.
And also Dublin and all that. It's great. So
brilliant. Oh, that's Big Gav.
He's so busy now. I hardly see him, but I'm definitely going to get my hand in my pocket for that one.
Good.
Right, let's learn more about. Oh no, we've done that. Right, am I excited? Yes, yes, I am. The answer is yes, Ali. 8:00.
Life after football. For a lot of players, it means going into punditry. Some turn to coaching or working in the game in other ways. But what about the rest? Some former footballers turn their sights away from the game, and there are a few big surprises. First up, from rainbow flicks to pancake flips. Ex-Chelsea and Southampton defender Ken Monku switched up his footballing career to buy a Dutch pancake house. He bought out the shop, which had been his favourite pancake spot as a child, and before long he was mixing the batter and getting behind the stove. Next, Everton legend Thomas Gravesen swapped out the high stakes of the Premier League for those of the poker room. He made over 150 appearances for the Toffees and won the Scottish Premier League with Celtic. Turned out the Danish international was pretty darn good at poker. He racked up a reported £100 million from his Las Vegas adventures. Remember former Chelsea goalkeeper Petr Cech? Turns out football nets weren't the only goals he was pretty handy in front of. After retirement, he became a goaltender in ice hockey. Same skills, very different surface. And he even won a Division 2 title with Guildford Phoenix. For ex-Liverpool centre-back Daniel Agger, it wasn't just fancy footwork that was in his blood. He was also pretty good with his hands. The Denmark international turned to tattoo artistry after he hung up his boots. He'd qualified as a skin artist while at Anfield, and he then became the co-owner of his own tattoo company as well. It's not all glamour for ex-pros, though. 1966 World Cup winner Ray Wilson set up a very different kind of business. He became an undertaker after he retired. Finally, not many people can say they've won both a World Cup and starred in an Oscar-winning film. In fact, there's only one person in the entire world who can say that. Frank Leboeuf, the former Chelsea defender, was part of the 1998 France squad who won the World Cup. He ended up marking Brazil's Ronaldo in the final and helped his side to a 3-0 win. But Leboeuf had already begun acting on the side while he was playing football, and his biggest role came some years after his retirement when he landed the part of a doctor in the Stephen Hawking biopic The Theory of Everything.
I embrace the career of acting, so I want to learn more. So seeing lots of movies is a part of my job.
To be honest, with all the dramatic diving in the game these days, there's probably tons of ex-pros who've got the acting skills to make it in Hollywood.
What do you mean you're moving to Monaco?
When was the last time in Monaco?
Oh, a while ago now. A few years ago. I think once you've done it a couple of times, that's it, isn't it?
See where I did go that I really liked?
South of France is lovely.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Cannes, Nice, Jeux Lapin. Beautiful.
Where's Jeux Lapin?
Where'd you go to my lovely? That great song. Jeux Lapin's on the coast.
Where do you go to my lovely?
Sing it.
Don't tell me. Oh, I know, Peter.
Oh.
Where are you going? Peter Starstead.
Correct. Well done.
Yep, thank you very much.
Well done, Ed. Took Ed had to think about that as well.
No, Ed, never got one.
Right, where are we? 7 minutes. I digress again. It's lovely down there. It really is.
Beautiful. Do you know who? Happy birthday. Andy Gray was 70 the other day.
Was he?
Yes.
Sent a wee message. Still in Doha?
Yes. I think he was playing golf on his birthday anyway. He was good.
He'd have a few quid now out there, eh?
No, aye.
Oh, no tax and out there.
Is there no tax at all there?
No. He knows everyone, Andy.
He's a good boy.
He was a drum chap amateur boy.
He did. Mother from the same place as Donald Trump's mother.
Is that right?
The Isle of Lewis. And the outer...
No way.
Yes. And the Outer Hebrides. I'm convinced...
By the way, he'll be gutted the way Wolves are going at the moment. He was ferocious at Wolves, Andy.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
He
listens.
I know.
He'll be in the gym now.
By the way, he's brave as a lion, wasn't he?
Oh, top as a proper centre forward.
I loved it.
He was all over centre halves. Big, small, he wouldn't care. Throw himself at balls a foot high. Yeah. Right, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. Happy birthday, Andy. This is talkSPORT's Breakfast with me, Brazil, Ally McCoist, and our friends Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. We're asking this morning, Haaland, now the fastest player ever to reach 100 Premier League goals, has he already overtaken the likes of Shearer, and Henry is the greatest striker? You know the number, 03717 223344. Before all of that, though, it was a grim watch for an hour at St James's Park, but it burst into life with a crazy ending. Tottenham looked like they'd lost it, then earned a point, then threw it away after a dubious penalty decision, and finally pinched a draw thanks to a last-minute Romero overhead kick. Attention will now turn to the weekend, where they look to improve on a home record that's seen them win just 3 times in the last 21 games at the Spurs Stadium. They host Thomas Frank's former side, Brentford, on Saturday. Alec, can you believe just how bad that home form is with Spurs?
No, it's...
White Hart Lane used to be a great place to play. Whoa,
but it's
brilliant.
It's staggering, the poor form at home, isn't it?
Yeah. John is now looking back on last night's game, and they've just moved into the new home, the new camp, haven't they? It's all been refurbed.
Yep.
Barcelona is former Spurs and Barca striker, and the Dandy Dons and Clyde, Steve Archibald. Stevie,
morning, Steve. How are you, mate?
Good morning, boys. I'm good, thanks very much.
Stevie, how's have you been down at the new stadium? I'm sure you must. Is it magnificent now?
Well, a brilliant result last night, didn't they? I think they won, beat Atletico 3-1.
Yeah, all good so far. And but the stadium is not finished yet. It's only probably 3 quarters. Still got the top section to go, and I think there's a limited amount of people allowed in, of 45,000 more or less.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely.
But looking brilliant. Looking excellent.
It'll be absolutely fantastic. Huh?
Stevie, what about... I can't work out what's going on at Spurs. I really can't. You know, it's... just defensively all over the shop. You can't keep changing managers either. I don't know how they're going to get back to consistent, back to the Spurs we know.
Hard to say, Alan. The inconsistency is just too much, and they're worth watching just for the inconsistency, because one week they could be really, for 10 minutes they look brilliant, and then for the rest of the game they're shambolic. And it's disappointing. It's not the Spurs that we know, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it's got to be down to player acquisition, I think, because you look at the squad, there's not enough quality in it. And I'm not giving. It's not. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to say that. It's just a fact of life, and it needs better quality. We'll see what happens in the window if the manager gets money to buy new players, but the amount of money he would need, I doubt he's going to get it. So it's going to be difficult rest of the season for Spurs, I think.
Steve, what did you think of the weekend there? I mean, it was an interesting one. I think Thomas Frank was in a position where you understand he's got to stick up for his players, stick up for his goalkeeper, but it's a very, very kind of dangerous game taking on the fans.
You never take on the fans. You've got to be... You can never fool the fans.
Yeah.
You know that, Alan. You can't fool them, because they go every week, they know what they like, they know what they want, and know what works. And if it's not working, they let you know. So I think he's got to be honest, but then there's a line, a boundary. How honest can you be without demoralising your players? So there's a fine line there. So I think, he's got to do his best to keep the confidence up. And, but the manager's got a role in this, of course, also, where he's got to put his best team out. He's got to find, you look around the pitch, you think, okay, combinations, what's going to work? Two central defenders, right, I'm going to play them. They're the best I've got for now. I'm going to play them. A wide player, Kudos, fantastic. I'm going to organise that area for him. I'm not going to let people fill it and try and overtake him, and he'll play the pass up the line so that Pedro Porro can cross it, because he's not good enough to do that. Kudos is the main man. You've got to clear that space for him and allow him to do his work, because he's the star of the show. There's no doubt about it.
Stevie, you must have been delighted as Ali and I were Scotland qualifying for the World Cup. Brilliant. It was an absolute miracle how we've done it the last 3 games, but it just amazing. We can't wait for Friday's draw.
You can't write it, right? You couldn't write those 2 goals.
Amazing.
The kick and the goal from halfway line.
Unbelievable.
It's impossible to imagine it, but it's wonderful to get it, and we're all looking forward to it. Fantastic.
Stevie, just a quick one on Barca, if I may. I'm looking at the front 4 last night. Yamal, Olmo, Rafinha, Lewandowski, absolutely brilliant. However, as we saw against the Chelsea, I'm still not sure that high line's working.
I would love to play against that high line. I've got to say, even now at my age, I mean, I don't know how people can't break it even more often than they're breaking it.
Yeah,
it's straightforward. It's a high line. It's too high. A deep run breaks it, and then you're struggling badly. I don't think it's the right way to play the game, and they'll get caught out. So the balance they're looking at is obviously the strikers are going to score more goals than they're going to concede.
Yeah.
Will they do that, though, in the knockout stages, Steve, as we progress? Champions League, will we see a different Barca? Yamal is just an absolute star. Love him.
I think Yamal's, he is a wonderful talent, so young. But I think he's got to keep his head straight. He's got to keep solid and understand, what's going on around about him. He's been a little bit shaky off the field the last little while. But I'm sure he'll get it right. And to answer your question, in the knockout stages and the further stage of the European tournament, I think they'll get it right. Will they go all the way? I'm not 100% sure. The high line, they've got to try and do something with that. It depends on the players you've got to play with high line as well, the pace you've got there. So, it's going to be a struggle, I think, in the later stages.
Mind you, we've got another couple of games at those 2 semi-finals against Inter Milan. We'd take that all day.
Brilliant.
Brilliant they were.
Stevie, just last Friday was with Aussie. He's got to be careful. He forgets what age he is. He's fallen off his bike twice lately, Aussie.
Yeah, I speak to him regularly, and Aussie's still Aussie now, and good luck to him. He's a brilliant guy. We've gone well. We were great mates, still are, and I love him at best. A good guy.
Take care, Stevie.
Take care, Stevie. Thanks a lot. Thanks, all the best.
Take care,
Stevie Archibald.
Take care.
Yeah, great.
Aussie was in brilliant form and had a great chat on Friday. Isn't he a top man?
He's funny.
What a top man.
He gets a little glass of red wine in him. He's funny.
Good on him.
I'll see him again on Friday.
Yeah.
So this Friday or a week Friday, 12th. Anyway, we move on. Right, if you're looking for the best sporting breakfast in the business, you're in the right place with us right here at talkSPORT.
You have a bite to eat, talk to other people in there, ex-footballers.
Never, ever miss your breakfast.
What do you mean? This might sound a bit weird, but when I used to have boiled eggs, I'd boil them for like 20 minutes.
What?
Eggs on toast, sprinkling the cheese, Marmite.
The Moose, as usual, gets a massive plate.
Don't come and talk to me.
Crispy beef cold.
Oh, crispy chili beef cold.
Oh, I hate gravy, Ali. Do you?
Pulled out a chocolate mousse. It looks lovely, and it had hair on it.
Chips.
All of a sudden, they took the burger away and bought a load of chips and no burger.
Oh yes, a massive week here on talkSPORT. We're the only place that has live commentary of all 10 Premier League games. We'll be out in the US to build up to Friday's 2026 World Cup draw. Ali will be out there, but not for us. I don't understand. And we'll be across every ball. It's great we were asked as well, Ali, wasn't it? I really, really appreciate it.
Enjoy that. It was
Get
good.
up in the middle of the night and we don't even get asked to go. There you go.
There you are.
We'll be across every ball, boundary and wicket in the second Ashes test, so you won't miss a thing. A buffet of sport. Wake up and kick your day off every morning this week with talkSPORT Breakfast from 6 a.m. for reaction debates and the biggest names in the game, as you've done already this morning. We're speaking to Coro next.
welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Where he got it there. It's in there, Ed put this on, she's my favourite.
Who is it?
Oh, who is that?
Oh, it's Beyonce. No? That is it.
I'm leaving it. She sang that.
That was Mariah Carey, so was. Is that not the same person?
It's that time of the year, in just 3 weeks. Old St Nick will be popping down our chimneys. That'll be health and safety as well. Jamie O'Hara will find out. He's on the naughty list, and too right. Gabby will be pretending he knows what presents his kids are about to open. And Jeff Stelling will be tucking into his Christmas dinner without gravy. Oh, he's not another one, is he?
What do you mean another one? I can't even
Ronnie O'Rani. Oh, yeah, the devil's juice. Won't touch gravy.
What?
Won't touch gravy. No.
I'm staggered at that.
Serious? Jill does a great gravy. Oh.
You can't beat a bit of gravy, man. You like it with the onions through it?
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking that.
Aye.
You just had a picture in my head there.
It's magic, isn't it?
And stuffing. She does a brilliant stuffing.
Oh, I love stuffing, man. We normally have 2 stuffings.
Do you?
Aye. Go
on.
Weaver's mum used to make them. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
They're the best, isn't
Aye. Homemade stuff.
Well, I hate to say it, but Jill's mum's gravy was the best.
Aye, I know.
And hopefully she's not listening, but Jill's mum's was different class.
Aye. never passed in the family, no, never.
No.
It's a shame, eh?
Clearly wasn't he?
No gravy minded.
She wasn't interested when thought he was in the kitchen, Yeah. Right, let's get the latest odds with Coral and Dave Stevens, who had the audacity to call Jeff Stelling old on Monday. Steve-O!
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. Whatever kind of festive fan you are, bring the cheer with Coral. 18+gambleaware.org.
Steve doesn't have gravy either. He's scared.
Steve likes
them
gravy.
silk ties he's got now. He can't afford
he was dipping his silk tie in gravy last time I saw him. Morning, Dave.
Gentlemen, a very, very good morning. It's all the accompaniments that make a roast dinner, whether that's, just a Sunday roast. You've got to have gravy, you've got to have stuffing, pigs in blankets, bread sauce.
Yes.
Bread sauce is
and you've missed a key ingredient.
Sprouts.
Yep. The old Brussels. The old Bobby Russells.
I'm moving on to that. You've got to run a little bit of pancetta through them, maybe a few chestnuts.
Yes.
And Worcestershire sauce in your sprouts. It will transform it.
There you go.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Oh, that came from left field, that one did.
Worcester sauce. I had a bit of Worcester in a hot pot last night. But in your sprouts? No.
I had my tomato juice.
Try it, honestly.
Wow, mate.
Wow. Anyway, Steve,
there's one for you. He's thrown us.
Steve, on to the fighting
Other food
fifth.
matters.
What's the outcome? What do we make of that, the fighting fifth? Incredible.
Well, I mean, dramatic doesn't do it justice. If we thought the champion hurdle this year was a thriller, it was almost a repeat, Ali. We spoke yesterday. And as I've said, I'm keen to give credit to Golden Ace because it is jump racing, and that's twice now she's jumped round while her better fancied rivals haven't. What does it all mean? It means Lossiemouth, who didn't even leave her box at Willie Mullins over the weekend, is 7-4 favourite for the champion hurdle. Could Sergino who we thought was going to go chasing, be rerouted back to hurdling. He's 3-1. The New Lion is out to 5-1. And I say, then there's Golden Age. Constitution Hill, though, out. Every race fan now is waiting to see what they decide to do.
Yeah.
Look, they could easily run him over hurdles again. It wasn't that long ago. In fact, it was less than a year that he won the Christmas hurdle at Kempton. So we know how good he is on his day, but it's going to be a sort of a, you're going to be watching through your fingers next time he takes to the track if it's over hurdles. But they'll do what's best for him.
Steve Lossymouth, is that Richie Rich or is it Taxi for Kenny? Who owns Lossymouth?
Lossymouth is owned by Rich, and Richie was at Newbury on Saturday for the Coral Gold Cup.
Oh, I'm thinking honeysuckle, isn't it?
You're honeysuckle, absolutely. And we said to Rich, look, you're 6-4 favourite now for the champion hurdle. He said, yeah, but you know me, I'm switch Richie. We might switch at the last minute to the mare's hurdle. So, look, Rich is a great guy. Again, look, it's Willie Mullins. They will decide on the Sunday before Cheltenham where Lossymouth is going to run.
Listen, we're looking forward to Cheltenham, of course.
Oh, we're looking forward to Monday.
I think we've got a brilliant King George, Steve-O.
Look, there's no question. The King George for me, you talk about, what does Christmas mean to me? Since I was about 19, Christmas meant Kempton, Desert Orchid back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still a brilliant day.
Wayward Lad.
Wayward Lad, obviously, ridden by Brad. When it won the Gold Cup, actually.
Yeah.
Gaelic Warrior, is 13-8 favourite. Django Bay, Nicky Henderson, does that look good? The jukebox man for Harry Redknapp, won the Quarto Star Novices King George, if you like, 12 months ago. He's stepping forward. What a Christmas. I know what Harry, he won't wait to get out the door on Boxing Day.
He thinks he's got a big chance, Steve-O. I spoke to Harry last week.
You saw him at Haydock. That was his first run for a long, long time, and he was electric over his fences. So that's to come, obviously, on Boxing Day. And we've got a brilliant Tingle Creek, which is another one of my favourite races. Sandown's 2 miles on Saturday. They go down the back straight, over the railway fences, run parallel to the railway line. Willie Mullins brings Ilate Tomp over. Dan Skelton's got Low de Sud. There's John Bon for Nicky Henderson and JP. So this is going to be one of those early season Mullins versus Skelton clashes, which are going to be a real flavour of this season.
Steve, it looks as though it's a formality, but can you give me a price on another 48-hour test?
We all got our views on Bazball, but they can't go out there.
They can't. They can't.
Put this into context. 5-0 Australia, Ali, is only 9-2.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that. Australia are 1-2 to win. England don't have a great record under lights. Australia seem to love it.
Yep.
It's 2-1 England. It's 12-1 the draw. You can generally forget the draw, can't you, when it comes to this England side. And Australia are 9-2 on to win the Ashes. Wow. So, look, they've thrilled us over the last few years, Bazball, but that first test was poor.
Steve, I'll just run through some of our games tonight. We got our cracking night on talkSPORT. Football games, of course.
Really, I was just looking at the table again. Just 3 points separate 14th to 5th in the Premier League. It's that congested. Let's whip through them. Arsenal 2-5 to beat Brentford, who are 13-2. Never an easy game, though, Brentford. Brighton, Aston Villa, 4th v 5th, 5th v 4th. 11-10 Brighton, 12-5 Villa. Gabby will be back in the draw there, I'm sure, 5-2. Burnley need points, obviously. Almost 4-1 at home against Palace. Wolves, they're in a world of trouble. 20-1 on relegated, Ali. Shade over 2-1 to beat Forest, who are 13-10. And then Liverpool. And I mentioned to you earlier in the week, Ali, I think Liverpool, this run of fixtures they've got now, coming up to when they play Arsenal in January, they could be back in the title race. You may think I've been on the Christmas sherry, but honestly, I think they are not out of this. They're 4-11 to beat Sunderland, 13-2. But look, Sunderland brilliant at home, not so good on their travel. So huge match at Anfield. Can they keep this little recovery going?
Just 2 things on it, Steve, quickly. I wouldn't be touching them before 11 at home in Sunderland, and you're right, on the road, not their best. But I did see them win at Chelsea. So they've been one of the stories, if not the story, of the season.
So, Steve, the golden question today is: Rachel Reeves, is she allowing us to go to Jackdaws on the Monday before Cheltenham or not?
We're still going through the facts and figures. There's a lot to digest. So
it can't be that much, for God's sake.
Steve-O.
Steve-O, what is going on here?
Steve-O.
It's a little bit of a setback.
You're hitting us with bombshells about Worcestershire sauce and all that stuff, and you're now can't confirm jackdaws for us. What's happened?
Ali, the problem is my bar bill on the Sunday night when Parlour and Brazil turn up at the Ligue 1 Arms.
Very
it
true.
Used to be, but you know, this is we start the week off with a big loser when those two.
Steve, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll bring our own champagne on the Monday morning. What about that? That
You're
leaves
on.
a blow.
You're on.
Right, Dave Stevens from
Have a
Coral.
good day, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers, fellas.
There you go. Don't forget Coral odds. Daily download with Coral. UK only. 18 plus. Gambleaware.org. That was a look at the latest odds. Thanks to Dave Stevens and the boys from Coral.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. Whatever kind of festive fan you are, bring the cheer with Coral. 18 plus. Gambleaware.org.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've had a look. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on the side of a cliff in the Faroe Islands in Euro 2000 qualifying. The pitch at Toftir was like a cow field, never mind those gale force winds. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time. Cue Scandi scenes. But away trips don't come tougher than playing Bolivia at altitude in La Paz. Or so we thought. The Bolivians have now taken home advantage to another level, literally 500 metres further up the Andes to the country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Meanwhile, the loudest stadium in world football officially is the Ali Sami Yen, where Galatasaray fans set a world record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead. But our most intimidating away day is in Wales. Prison team HMP Prescoed was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
5 to 9, talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, and Ali. I'm off to Washington. And the Arnold Clark app. Everything for your car, all in one place. Download today. You must be looking forward to a little break.
Oh, I'm looking for... Well, it's not a little break.
A little bit of...
No, I'm going to download one of those things you told me to download.
Yeah.
I'll have a cup of tea and watch a couple of those. And then...
Cup of tea? You are a liar. Don't lie to me and don't lie to the nation.
I'm not lying. I'm having a joke with the nation. Right. Okay. I'm not lying to the nation. I think the majority of the nation know I'll be having a glass of bubbly.
Absolutely. I don't blame you. Latest edition of the talkSPORT. Oh, yeah. And it'll be something proper as well.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be none of this, English sparkling. We're talking Dom Pom. The latest edition of the talkSPORT date. Now, there's nothing wrong with English sparkling. They say it's...
Nothing. Well, they tell me it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, though, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. We've got loads of vineyards around where I live.
Have you really?
The latest edition of the talkSPORT Daily is available now. The podcast. Andy Goldstein, Dan and Ben bring you the second.
How did they get over there, those two?
But how do they have time to do podcasts when they're travelling around the world, taking other people's shows?
Amazing.
It's weird,
That's incredible, isn't it?
No. Anyway, the second special episode of the American adventure, live from New York City. Hope they get mugged. The boys discussed Benty's missing James Corden show last night, and former Premier goalkeeper Brad Friedel joins the boys to discuss whether it's finally time for Salah to be dropped. From the Liverpool starting 11. If you want to hear more, then the talkSPORT Daily is available on all podcast platforms right now. That's today's talkSPORT Daily, the daily podcast. Don't forget, it's day 3 of Drive in the USA today. Stay tuned this morning to hear from the one and only James Corden. There you go. Right. We're talking about a Palace now. They take a trip to Burnley. That one is live on the talkSPORT app. Don't forget, we've got loads of games tonight. Palace boss Oliver Glasner spoke ahead of the game after his recent comment in the club's lack of investment.
No player is here because of Oliver Glasner. So I would have the same advice for Crystal Palace if I leave straight after the press conference. I would tell them the same things because this is when I know the players, I know the team, I know what they're capable of, and I know maybe what they're not capable of. And it was the same. I told you with Mark Gay. Everybody said, no, I threatened to step back. Completely wrong. I just said, if you sell Mark Gay and we don't have the right replacement, we could struggle. If you are fine with this for Crystal Palace, not for Oliver Glasner, never. For Crystal Palace, sell him. If you don't want to have this situation, you have to keep him. And then the chairman decided that Mark stays. And that here is the same. I give just my advice.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? I look at, we'll come to the table in a moment. Let's get more. Palace in Europe now, and it's suddenly, these games just keep coming and coming and coming. Let's get more on this with former Palace, Liverpool and England boss. I'd delight to say Roy Hodgson joins us. Roy,
very good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Very well,
thanks, Roy.
Roy, difficult manager at Palace, and he's only speaking the truth here. We're in Europe now. We're selling the players. We're not reinforcing with as good as or better players. It's going to be tough.
True. I think Palace must have realised that when they had that enormous success and got themselves into Europe, it was always going to be difficult because, unfortunately, when you're playing those 3 games a week on a regular basis, it tests your squad out enormously, and it's very difficult, of course, to have a big enough squad at a club like Crystal Palace to cover the quality players that are getting you the success. And so you're obviously very tempted to keep them in the team because probably that the ones coming in could do a job, but they're not going to be good enough to replace them. And in terms of recruitment anyway, that was never going to be easy because it's possible, I suppose, if you sell Gay for a lot of money and then spend the money on someone of the same sort of price range, you'll get a good one. Maybe not quite as good, but you'll get a good one. But of course, you've got to persuade those players to come as well, because often they've got offers from other clubs that they regard maybe as slightly better bet going forward in terms of constant European football.
Roy, I was looking at obviously on the Thursday night, they're 1-0 up at half time in Strasbourg, beat 2-1. And I was at the game on Sunday, and I thought first half they were the better side against United and played really, really well. Ahead at half time, but losing that one. Is that systematic of the challenges of Thursday and the weekend? Or is it a little bit fatigue, or is it something else, do you think?
No, I think you're absolutely right there. I think the fatigue does set in. I mean, the travelling to be taken into account as well. And you must remember that for a lot of these players, this is a totally new experience. It's tough enough, I would think, for these hardened campaigners like the Van Dijks of the world, who've been doing it for the last few years. But for these players, they're doing it for the first time, and they're going to places and playing teams about whom they'll know a lot less than they normally know when they take themselves into a Premiership fixture. So it is fatigue. I don't know what you can do about it other than, as everyone suggests, rotate your squad well. But to do that, of course, you've got to have players that you think are capable of going in and still giving you a chance to win the game. And I can't obviously comment on that because I don't know enough about the Palace team outside of the best 11. Other than, of course, the players I work with Lerner and Hughes, who don't always get a game, and they're good players. There's no doubt about that.
Roy, it's, Palace, I'm just looking position-wise, so mid-table 10, 20 points. So, well off the bottom 3, 4, West Ham and etc. But they don't want to be getting dragged back into the bottom half. They've come so far, Palace, for a bit of investment. They've got to stay in that top half and keep pushing for Europe. They've done it this year. That should be the aim now, every year, if possible.
Oh, I'm sure that's the aim as well. I'm sure that's not just Oliver Glasner who has that ambition. I'm sure that's the club's ambition as well. The big question is when you talk about signing players and investing in players, and don't forget I had 5 years where that investment wasn't really possible at any sort of for any serious amounts anyway. Not until really they got the new owner who came in and helped them out on it. So I don't know what the finances are. I don't know quite how much money they've got actually to invest in these players. I mean, I knew when I was there that the task was to work within the means and, to keep the club, very healthy financially and not to get into a situation where you overspend and maybe put yourself in trouble like so many teams have done in the past. And the club has been extremely well managed in that respect. So really, I would need to know a lot more from talking to people like Steve Parish about exactly what they could and couldn't do. So it's a little bit easy sometimes to say we just need more players, we need more investment. But of course, the money's got to be there to invest because I don't know if the current owners have got the money or the desire to increase their stake in the club.
I tell you, one player I do enjoy watching, Roy, is Adam Wharton. I think in the middle of the park, I love. He's one midfielder, in my opinion, that always looks. The first thing he does, he looks forward, and if he can fire a ball into somebody's feet or fire one in behind, I think from a forward's point of view, he must be a pleasure to play with. And on that topic, I'm going to move on, Roy, if I can, to World Cup. The draws on Friday. I want to ask you about England. I know it's still a little bit away, Roy, but what do you think of this potential squad and this team that Thomas Tuchel has?
I think it's going to be a very, very good squad of players. There's no question of that. I think Thomas's problem is going to be obviously the scrutiny around his final selection because, certainly in those attacking areas, those attacking midfield or playmaker areas, I don't think the nation's ever had such a lot of players to choose from. So it's always going to be very difficult. Whichever one he chooses or whichever two he chooses, there's going to be 2 or 3 others that everyone's going to say, you should have gone. And then, of course, it will all depend upon the games. If the games go well, those players play and win, it was a great choice. But if the team doesn't win, they should have taken the 2 or 3 left at home.
It's you look at that midfield, the pool of players he has in midfield, Roy, is frightening. Incredible. It's getting that balance right. But that's what you're England manager for, so we'll see what he does. Roy, just one last one. How does he fill his time now between now and the World Cup finals? It just basically, you've got a rough idea in your mind. Well, I'd hope so, starting 11. But is it just watching every player just to go over what your decision you're thinking about? It's not 100%, but 90% you're sure. Just covering every game possible just to make sure you've got the right blend, the right balance?
That's a good question, Alan, but I don't think really that studying the players is going to be the most important job he has. I think he knows them. is more a courtesy thing to some extent, making certain that you're being seen to be doing your job, being seen to go around and meeting, of course, with other trainers who look at or coaches who actually coach the players on a daily basis, and maybe having some dialogue with them as well to find out if there's anything that you're missing in the little bit of time you spend with them. But I don't think really it's a question of scouting in the old-fashioned sense. I think the scouting is basically done. I think it's a question of going around, watching the games, and perhaps as you get closer to the tournament, keeping your fingers crossed that nothing untoward happens, especially to those, key players that you've sort of penciled in. And I mean, that's at the moment the way the team's playing. You wouldn't want to do it without Rice and Kane, to name two, for example.
Yeah. Roy, one last one, please. Just, we have to wait for the draw, but how important, I played an 82 World Cup in Malaga, and it was roasting.
Yeah.
How important will this heat be, and how England, Scotland, and hopefully the other nations, our home nations, adapt to it? Because I think a South American side, a Latino side, are probably much more adapted than we are, and they'll be a shorter odds to win it. Is it that important that we get that right?
There isn't any real answer to what you can do to prepare for that. And as you rightly say, the people playing in South America in particular are doing it on a regular basis, and they have another rhythm to their game as well. Our game is really pretty much an intensive, high-paced game, whereas I think sometimes the South Americans are able to play the game at a slower pace and then just burst into life on occasion.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very, very difficult. But once again, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, and it won't be an excuse at the end of the day. And I'm 100% certain that the FA were very well organised in this respect. They'll do everything they can to sort of prepare the players and try and condition them to the circumstances that they're going to face. But having said that, your point is going to be an important one, just like the one you made at the start of this programme. If you play 3 games a week and on Thursday you're away in Strasbourg, is it going to affect you in the second half on the Saturday?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes, it is.
Roy, great to talk again.
Thanks, Roy. Great to talk.
Thank you.
All the very best.
Roy Hodgson there. Do you know what I mean? Some people say, oh, come on, they're athletes, they're fit. But
no. It's incredible.
It's the World Cup finals. The occasion can get to you, and maybe one of your first few games.
I genuinely think. I genuinely think your last point there regarding the heat is massive. Would you rather play in the extreme heat or the extreme cold?
Me? Ooh, good point. I'd probably the cold.
I would.
Yeah, probably the cold.
I would. It's not even up for debate for me. I mean, if you play in the heat, I mean, it just can.
But they're used to it, aren't they?
Of course, it's an advantage.
You look at Bolivia. Look at some of their results against the big South American giants
when they play up.
Yeah,
high altitude.
Yeah.
But I'm sure. I might be wrong. I'm sure that Bolivia are now banned from playing in a certain stadium because of the altitude.
They are.
Yeah.
What was that great film when they were going to head into Bolivia? Who are those guys? Bush Cassidy, the Sundance Kid. That's where they were heading.
Of course they were.
8:50.
welcome to talkSPORT Goals. Been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How do you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
I say I don't like cricket. Oh no. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I don't like cricket. No.
We might not be come the weekend, eh?
That'll be fine.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Super Ali with me, about to board. He just told me he's leaving early today as well. Talk about holding the fort.
You do well. You do well.
But it's great seeing the studio.
I'm just trying to work it. I'm trying to. So by the time I get to America, you'll probably be the only talkSPORT presenter that's not in America.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Or the only one who wasn't asked I want to go. On to the second Ashes test now. It's a day-nighter. Steve Smith and the boys will have black tape under eyes to protect them from the glare of the floodlights. And for England, it's another daunting trip to the Gabba in Brisbane. John is now head coach of Sussex Cricket and former England assistant coach, Paul Fabregas. Paul, very good
Paul,
morning.
good morning. How are you?
Good morning, fellas. Lovely speaking to two Scotsmen on a day when England are struggling to play cricket. So,
Well, we're not gloating yet, Paul.
no, thanks for that, fellas.
Now, Paul, listen. We're both wanting a, crikey. We need a cheer up, don't we?
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear, we need a cheer up after that second innings. Crikey. People keep telling me, Paul, that, and then it's easier said than done. We know that, having played a different sport. But, start was always going to be the danger, wasn't it, with the ball in hand? Why didn't they just be a little bit more cautious with Stark?
Yeah, look, I think that's the thing that has frustrated so many people. But this England team frustrates us at times, but they're brilliant at others. And that's what makes them so unpredictable. And that's why this pink ball test couldn't come at a better time, because the pink ball itself is unpredictable. The game will change and it will really swap in terms of emotions of both teams and momentum, which is a word we all love to use when things are going well for us. But
Yeah.
the game will swing an awful lot because of the pink ball. During the hours of daylight, it will swing normally up in Brisbane at the Gabba. It'll be a hard, fast pitch and it will always swing. And Stark will get the ball to swing because of the humidity up there. Then the lights come on at night and my goodness, it'll swing 3-4 times even more. And that's where the game will change very quickly.
Paul, why is that? Why, with the greatest respect, why does a pink swing more than a white?
Well, you played a lot of games of football under floodlights, and the ball always appears to behave differently under floodlights to what it does when it's not floodlights. Yeah. I mean, the ball always seems like it comes a little bit quicker to you, all that sort of stuff. The pink ball almost has like a vapour off the back of it. The best batsman I've heard talk about it, we played the first one in England was at Edgbaston, and it was almost like there was like a line of pink behind the ball, and it made it quite difficult for batters to pick up. It will swing, and when the floodlights come on, it's always the same. We had a test match in Adelaide, series I was with England, and Jimmy Anderson bowled around the wicket, right arm around the wicket to Steve Smith, and the ball was swinging miles. It was the only way he could control it was to go around the wicket, and the game changed once the lights came on. And historically, we only had 10 years of test match cricket under lights, and the ball always changes.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant there. You've really enlightened me there, because I'm looking at the stats there, Paul, and I'm looking at Australia winning the last 14 out of 15 day-night games, and England have only won, I don't think they've won a 5-match series in 3 or 4 years. And I'm thinking to myself, well, the odds are so heavily stacked against England. I mean, stating the complete obvious here, there has to be a transformation in Crawley. Root's going to have to get some runs. We saw it was capable with a magnificent innings from Travis Head.
Yeah, exactly. Look, the batting is all about making sure that the batters make the right choices. You know, there's a great phrase in cricket: what does a team need from me most at this time? That last Test match, the second day, we're 99 in front, 9 wickets in hand. We had to bat 2 sessions.
Yeah.
We just had to bat the day out. We bat the day out, we win that Test match. There's no doubt. Our batting, it's all about decision making. We've got the quality. Brooke, you know, we've got so much quality. Duckett, Crawley, top of the order. They can go off and they can really set the tone. Root's our glue of the innings. He's the bloke who has to hold the innings together. Then you've got Pope.
Yeah.
He played well in the last Test in Perth. He coped with the bounce really well. And it's a case of, in England, because the ball nips around so much off the surface, you've got to get forward and play off the front foot. And you've got to be able to drive under your eyes. In Australia, driving on the up is not a shot. You've got to play more square of the wicket. You've got to be more patient and score square. You think how Travis Head scored the majority of his runs, with pulls and cuts. And if he went down the ground, he flat batted it almost baseball style over the bowler's head. It wasn't a straight, you know, technical MCC manual bow up and all that sort of stuff. It doesn't work in Australia. So England have had another 10, 11 days of working out how they're going to bat. I have no doubt about our batting. Some days they frustrate us and some days they're absolutely brilliant. And you never quite know. That's what makes watching England at the moment so exciting. But the one thing I do know is we've got a bowling attack to cope with conditions. And we showed that in the first innings. Head played one of the greatest all-time innings. We probably went to the short ball an hour too early, and we got to a point, them needing 100, we had no catchers in at slip, and we were bowling too short ahead, and he just kept backing away, and it was his day. He came off. But in Brisbane, we're going to have a hard, fast, bouncy pitch. We've got the best England bowling attack we've ever had, plus the unpredictability of the pink ball and the floodlights. This Test match comes at the perfect time for England to get back in the series.
Paul, just before we conclude, really, really sad. Robin Smith, what age is 62? It's horrible when you hear news like that coming through.
Yeah, look, Judgy was one of the... You're going to get so many tributes for Judge over the next few days. You know, Judgy is one of them blokes that there'll be huge sadness around the world, because everywhere he went in the world, he's one of them blokes that everybody wanted to chat to him. He called everyone China. He was everyone's mate. Everyone loved him. He had a massive smile. But my goodness, he was one of the bravest cricketers I've ever seen play the game. You know, he played in a period where the West Indies dominated with fast bowling. He batted without a visor on his helmet. He got hit once in the cheek. I think Ian Bishop hit him at Old Trafford, broke his cheekbone. But the bloke took on pace bowling. There's so many batters around the world will tell you they love fast bowling. They didn't. They hated facing fast bowling. That bloke thrived on it. He pumped on it. I mean, he had forearms like Popeye. He cut the ball like I've never seen the ball cut before. But I know we always talk well about people when they sadly pass, but he is one of them blokes. I reckon around the world for the next couple of weeks, there'll be so many people telling Robin Smith stories, because every person he met, you made feel like he was your best friend for life, because he was just one of them genuine people, not a nasty bone in his body, but such a sad passing. It really is.
What a lovely tribute, Paul.
Paul,
lovely.
Thank you. Brilliant. Enjoy Friday. Thanks.
Fellas, before I go, I must just share with you, Ali, we've got a lad at Sussex, Jack Carson, our off spinner, Northern Irish lad. He names all his bats after Rangers legends. And the best bat he's ever had is his Coisty. And he has...
That bat's made for baseball.
He's a very positive player, and he loves nothing more than scoring runs with it. So, yeah, the Coisty gets a big airing in our dressing room.
That's why you keep drawing games.
That's cheered me up, that has.
Right, thank you.
Take care, mate.
Oh, just gone 9 o'clock.
Thomas Tuchel's busy trying to bring glory back to England for the first time since '66. But how did he get here? Well, from the sleepy town of Krumbach via some giants of European football, here's his journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krumbach's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players. The attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
I've got a belter here for you. You ready, Russian?
I'm ready. Well, hold on, let me say who's here.
Yeah, carry on.
People don't just tuning in around the world, don't know who we are.
Okay.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast. I've got
a wind up there.
Look at this.
I've seen it.
With Jeff Selling. What's going on here, you numpties?
Honestly, I mean...
me, Brazil and Ally McCoist, our friends at Arnold Clark, get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Right. Looking back, it was a cracking game at Craven Cottage last night. 5-4 it finished to City against Fulham live on talkSPORT 2. City nearly blowing a 5-1 lead, but now only 2 points behind leaders Arsenal. It's now 100 Premier goals for a certain Erling Haaland in 111 games. Sensational. His teammate Bernardo Silva was asked afterwards, just how good is he?
I couldn't watch like Alan Shearer back then because I was really young. I don't remember that. From my experience, Erling, and he's still so young, he can be the best player that ever played in the Premier League if he keeps doing what he's been doing. So I'm really happy for him. Since the moment he arrived at this club, he's been a fundamental piece to everything that we achieved. And yeah, it's just good to have him with us. He's still so young, so as I said, he can achieve everything that he wants if he keeps that hunger that he has inside him, and hopefully he does.
I'm not having that.
What?
You just remember Alan Shearer?
Did he what?
He didn't. He was too young to remember Alan Shearer. Come on, wait a minute, Bernardo.
He's not lying, is he?
No, but you know your football, Bernardo.
Wages, nah, maybe not. Wages Alan now, Alan Shearer.
55.
Right, and Silver be what? 31?
33?
Is he?
I don't know.
He was 12.
Oh, there you are.
When Alan retired.
You knew all your players at 10, 11, 12, didn't you?
Do I?
Yes. I bet you could tell me absolutely who's top scorer and all that stuff. Oh yeah. Come on, Bernardo. I'm not having it.
What have you found before I go back?
This is a great wee start. I'm going off piste a little bit.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm coming back to City.
Yeah, we're coming back to City. Just stay with us. Since David Moyes returned to Everton in January, only Arsenal have taken more points on the road than Everton.
Is that right?
That is and no one has won more away games. I think that's an unbelievable stat. No?
Oh, I can't believe it.
I know. That's a great start. Right, back to City. Come on.
City Jack getting on the score sheet last night. He's not giving up in that England squad. Right, City. So let's hear, is Haaland already the best striker the Premier League has ever seen? Pep Guardiola spoke to talkSPORT after the win. He was asked if he was concerned with his team defensively, though.
How can I be worried? With 5-1, 5-4, 10 or 15 minutes left, of course I was worried. I'm a human being, I'm sensitive. In 5-1 I was calm, 5-4 no. So of course I worry, try to find some substitution, Nathan 5 in the back, or maybe for the crosses, maybe for the fight in the back, Josko Guardiola could make a clearance in the last action of the game. But they are top players. Look the guy skiing, look the Kevin, the winger in the outside, and you always exceptional player, and all of them, they know what they have to do. Marco is a top manager, so I know it, so that's why I give a lot of credit. Always have been tough.
Can you imagine what he was going through when that one was knocked off the line?
Oh, I know.
5-5.
I know. It's just football.
Dear, oh dear.
It's football management, isn't it? I mean, well, you think about the last couple of games. You know, they've had so many ups and downs, City, when you think about it. This season, started out with a couple of defeats at the start, right? Tottenham, and it was down on the coast. I think it was Bournemouth. And then they hit a bit of form, going win games. I thought they were excellent against Dortmund. They were sensational against Liverpool. And then he makes 10 changes, beaten by Leverkusen, poor. Then in between is a defeat at Newcastle. And then the drama of the last minute winner, Foden against Leeds. And then you think you're 5-1 up. And then all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, it's 5-4. I mean, that's football management.
How have they got to within 2 points to Arsenal?
It's quite simple, because they're an excellent team. I don't think it's not.
This is not over, is it?
Oh no,
a long way. That's why I keep looking back at that Chelsea.
No, of course it's not over.
And Chelsea played their socks off, and the atmosphere was brilliant. And Chelsea deserves something.
Yes, correct.
But if you're ruthless, you have to win that game.
Yes, but it's very, very difficult, I think, at this moment in time, to pick any sort of grievance at all with Arsenal.
Be more aggressive, be more positive.
Well, but
down to 10, second half, let's get bodies running at them, the bodies in the box.
Yeah, but this is what you've got to give. I think you've got to give Chelsea enormous credit. Enormous credit. Brilliant result against Barcelona at the weekend. They're playing probably the best team in Europe on current form. They'd certainly come into the equation. I thought second half against Bayern Munich, they were absolutely tremendous. I think I look at Arsenal. Even the game they lose up at Anfield, you know, it's a wonder goal late on. They've not really put a foot wrong so far. And I take your point. They've won nothing yet. Absolutely nothing. But I think they've been really impressive. And I think it's a little bit harsh having a go at them for not winning that game.
I'm just saying it could come back to haunt them.
Of course it could.
Not my words. Still to come on talkSPORT.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Yes, it's a massive week here on talkSPORT, me and my own. We're the only place that has live commentary of all 10 Premier League. Yeah, you laugh, you. We'll also be out in the US. No, not we. Some of us will be out in the US to build up to Friday's 20...
Replace Wheel with Ali, Goldstein and Bentley.
Yeah. No, I'll also be on my own while they are out in the US. That's the way to do it. As they build up to Friday's 2026 World Cup draw. And to top it all off, we'll be across every boundary and wicket in the second Ashes test, so you won't miss a thing. Don't forget, Friday it starts, Brisbane. If we're batting first come Thursday morning in Brisbane, let's hope... It's Thursday. I thought it was Friday, sorry. Well, if England are batting first, what do you mean we? If England are batting first Thursday morning in Brisbane, let's hope Michael Stark doesn't rip through our England's batting order like they did in Perth. Who's writing this?
Jack Crawley has just been dismissed for the second Ashes in a row. England are 0-1.
What a tube!
Trapped in front, and Duckett took a review with him as well, so he went LBW.
So we've got another wicket. We might be going back to John Norman as quick as possible.
Joe Root has been dismissed for a duck. Oh, gee, was I? This is the voice of doom, and this is another wicket for Australia. Struck Ollie Pope on the pad. The umpire's finger has gone up so quickly.
You idiot!
It's John Norman. It's the captain.
It is. It's Stokes, and he's been castled by Stark.
Are you joking?
England now 5 down already. We haven't even had 25 overs. Mitchell Stark is all over England.
Well, look, will we hear Johnny Norman live from the Pig and Whistle, Brisbane, will we?
You're a terrible man. You are a terrible, terrible man.
Wake up and kick your day off every morning this week with talkSPORT's Breakfast from 6 a.m. for those live updates, big debates, and the biggest names in the game. You can have your say. 03717 223344. That's 03717 223344. Stay at the centre of the action with us right here on talkSPORT. We're asking the former Leeds striker Jermaine Beckford whether they can shock Chelsea tonight. Will it be another classic?
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
welcome to talkSPORT Goals. Been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How do you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Right, what's the best song? Hey, that one or this one? We mean no, Ed.
He's not got it.
Ach, away you go, you numpty.
Gary McAllister used to sing that to me all the time. It's great, isn't it?
By the way, see when you think of Leeds, right? And that's for you, Nige, by the way. If you think of Leeds, some of the great Scotland players played for Leeds, did they not?
Well, you know where I'm starting.
Really?
Actually, do you know some? As much as I love Wee Billy, and Wee Billy was absolutely amazing, Eddie's probably my favourite.
Oh, well, no, but right away you think of Billy Bremner, don't you?
Yeah,
Leeds.
of course.
Dave Mackay, that great picture.
Oh, who's in the background?
Oh, I don't know. Alan Brazil?
No.
No, don't know.
It's a brilliant... No, it's a great question. I think I've done you. I've done you. If I told you in the background, you'd go, was he?
The ref? Ball boy?
No. Terry Venables. Terry Venables is in the background of that picture when Dave Mackay's got hold of Billy Bremner.
I didn't know that. No one's ever told me that.
Yeah, there you go. And, Peter Lorimer.
Well, look,
Big Gordon.
Joe.
God bless him. Joe.
Arthur Graham.
Frank Gray. Eddie.
Eddie. Oh, Eddie. Well, Frank was...
Gary McAllister.
Yeah.
Gordon Strachan more recently.
Oh, Gordon, of course, yeah.
But back 70s.
David Harvey.
David Harvey, the goalie. Did he know? I'm sure he left and became a postman on an island up in Scotland. Yeah, I know. You're looking at me. You've got every right to look at me. I'm sure he left wherever he was living and went up and was a postman.
Arthur Graham and the Greys. Castlemoat boys.
Is that right?
Yeah. And Arthur Graham, remember some of the games he had for Aberdeen against Celtic?
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, Arthur.
Against Danny.
Absolutely.
I bumped into Danny's brother, Tommy, at the airport a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, lovely. Anyway, we're back to Leeds. Premier League games come thick and fast this week. We've got a cracker on talkSPORT tonight. A fixture that brings back a whole host of memories, and tonight's a huge one. Leeds against Chelsea.
What a game.
Who'll forget 1970? John is now building up the game. Former Leeds striker Jermaine Beckford. Jermaine, morning.
Jermaine, very good morning.
Morning, Al. Morning, Ali. How are we, guys?
Oh, Jermaine, sorry, we were reminiscing.
We're away in a different world there for a minute.
I go back to that Chelsea Leeds Cup final. Also, Leeds Celtic European Cup semi-final, Hampden Park, 134,000. Whoa. I fell in love with Leeds in those days.
Well, that was a team, one that plenty full of Scots, Jermaine. I mean, and we mentioned Gary Mack and Gordon Strachan so recently. But on the subject of Leeds, I know it was a defeat again at the weekend, mate, but it certainly looked a lot more encouraging and far better.
Well, the second half, yes.
Yeah.
The first half was quite poor. It was lackluster, lacking in energy, lacking in focus, and I think there was a little bit of intimidation factor there as well, and I don't really understand why. But again, when halftime came, Daniel Farke made 2 great changes.
Yes.
He took off the 2 wide players and decided to play 3 at the back, 5 in midfield, and the 2 up top. The Metcha up top with Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole structure of the team changed for the better. You know, they were not afraid to go a little bit more direct to the physical players. City's defence didn't really know how to handle it, which gave the midfield players a great opportunity to squeeze right up the pitch and put Man City's midfield in a whole host of issues, a whole host of problems. And that's, look, at halftime, 2-0, being 2-0 down at the Etihad, you'll be forgiven if, you know, the full-time score ended up 5, 6 nils.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen it happen in the past, and we will see it happen again. But that reaction from the players with the change of formation, the more aggressive direct play, oh my gosh, that's the kind of thing I think if we see it tonight against Chelsea, it's not going to be plain sailing. I do actually think it'll be a really, really tight game.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the table, Jermaine, and I'm thinking, you know, it's going to be tight, isn't it? Crikey, you know, you look at Fulham. Can Fulham stay up there? They're 17 points, but then come back a bit. Forest 12, West Ham 11, Leeds 11, Burnley 10. So that, and sorry, I don't want to. We'll leave Wolves out of it at the moment, but you know, Leeds have got a fighting chance here, a real fighting chance. And for the people that said, no, we want to finish the top half of the table, I thought that was over-ambitious. I really did. If they're going to strengthen, if there is cash and money in January, where do they have to strengthen? Is it up front or is it at the back?
Look, as you guys know, every single window you're looking to improve the team, regardless of where it is. The biggest issue at the moment are both of those positions that you mentioned: defensively, conceding too many goals, and offensively, not scoring enough goals.
Yeah.
So naturally, you're going to have to say, look, we want to look at strengthening those 2 areas. But I touch on the City game. If Leeds United are able to play in that formation, 3-5-2, and go a little bit more direct, I do think we'll see the best of the 2 boys up top, especially, because they did complement each other really, really well. You know, it's much easier when you're playing 2 up top, when one of them's winning all of the flick-ons and the other one's gambling in behind. You know, so as much as I do want to see far more goals from Leeds United,
they're going to have to be right in Chelsea's face here, because Chelsea were good against Arsenal, weren't they, midfield?
100%. You know, if we know what Chelsea are like on the best at the best of times, they're at the top. Well, where are they? 3rd now in the Premier League.
Yeah,
Palmer's possibly back tonight as well.
Yeah.
Which again, this is a player that is, for me, is one of the best in the Premier League, and for him to come back against Leeds United, with the history of the 2 clubs, and he's going to know about the history because of all the fans talking about it, etc. Oh my God! I just hope we don't see him today. I hope he comes back the next game.
I mean, I've got to break, but listen, enjoy tonight.
Hey, see you, mate. Enjoy the game.
It'll be a feisty game as well, Jermaine.
Oh, it'll be feisty.
There you go, Jermaine.
No Davy Webb, no Norman Hunter, no Ron Harris, no Wee Billy.
Tambling player.
Bobby Tambling.
Did he play in those in the 70s?
I just remember the goal. I can remember the goal. And it was a
replay. Wasn't it a replay?
A replay at Old Trafford. I'm sure it was Old Trafford. Long throw came in, ball came to Davy Webb. Bang.
Yeah, brilliant.
I like it.
Brilliant. Right, where are we? Where am I going? Tell me, talk to me. Tottenham callers coming next, yeah? Right, 9:30.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
That's brilliant for the wee man, isn't it?
Tell me in a minute. That is, and I remember a bit of this. I'm sure that's correct. 25 minutes to 10. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. App, everything for your car, all in one place. Download today. Ali's alongside me. Tell us that. We were just talking there about that replay 1970. It was 70, wasn't it?
Yeah. No,
so Leeds got the semi-final of the European Cup, and this was the final replay, the cup final replay, Old Trafford. And the pitch was murder. Why was the pitch murder?
Because Aunties just told me that if he's winding me up, it's the best wind up ever.
No, I don't think he is.
He is.
I think you've had a funny old day today, let me tell you, because you called Jermaine Jimmy.
Right. Wee man's just told us that the Horse of the Year show was on the night before that game.
I think he's right. I've got something in the back of my mind saying he is.
Wee man, if it's a wind up, it's the best ever. But when you take your word for it, that is sensational.
I've got a feeling he's right.
That's sensational.
Someone else let us know.
Yeah,
I've got a feeling he's right.
That's brilliant. That.
Did you call Jermaine Jimmy?
No, I never.
You did,
Jimmy. Well, I like that, Jimmy Beckford. It's got a nice wee ring in it.
He was smiling away there.
I mean, Jimmy Beckford.
All right, Jimmy. Here we go. Crazy scenes at the end at the end on Tyneside last night. It looked lost for Tottenham Hotspur after a dubious penalty decision, but they pinched a 2-2 draw thanks to a last-minute Romero overhead kick. It seemed to take ages going in, didn't it?
Yeah.
And this was his second goal of the game. Ramsdale, should he have got that, or was he?
I think he's unsighted. I think he's unsighted.
Because he's decent, Ramsdale.
I think he's a good goalie.
I'd expect him to get that, but so that's what I thought.
Yeah.
He couldn't have seen it too late because they didn't exactly rocket in the net, did it?
No.
So much needed point for Tottenham and Thomas Frank, and after seeing his side come from behind twice, he told talkSPORT, right, he was delighted with the grit shown by his players.
We can have all the tactics, all the nice little principles and bits of play, but in the end of the day, that's a framework, that's a foundation to stand on, and then you need the players to perform and play to their best abilities, and today maybe did that.
I'm going to like Horse of the Year show, Old Trafford. Is that right?
I'm going to Google it.
Something's telling me there was something happened on the pitch. Right, back to Thomas there. A loss would have been damaging. Can they kick on now? How desperate will Keith Andrews and Brentford be to get one over on them this Saturday? Keith's doing all right, isn't he?
Yes.
You know, people are saying, a strange appointment. He's doing well. Let me go to the lines. Okay, 03717 223344. Mick's a Tottenham fan, wants to talk about the penalty given against Benton Car. Mick, morning, Mick.
Morning, Mick.
Morning, boys. Why the Horse of the Year show always held at Wembley Arena?
That's what's bothering me.
I think if man might have done me there, mate.
No, that's bothering me. But when I think Horse of the Year show, I always think of Wembley. But there was definitely something wrong with the pitch at Old Trafford.
Oh, well, listen, Al, me and you have spoken a couple of times about these penalties.
Oh.
Now, I've always stood by that they're right to give them. The penalty should have been given. But they're not watching the flight of the ball now. So how can you how can you head the ball away if you're not watching the ball?
Right, I'm with you. Totally 100% with you.
So we said before, Al, do it for 2 or 3 weeks. Every time they do it, give a penalty and it'll stop.
Yeah.
But will they do it? No.
Yeah. No, Mick, I'm totally with you. How can you mark someone not looking at the ball? You're clearly trying to impede them, stop them, pull them, obstruct them. You're not allowed to do that.
Al, if you're defending a corner, you've got to watch the flight of the ball. You should be touch tight with your bloke and try and win the header.
Correct, mate.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. I'm with you, and you're right. Unless they do something about it, people will keep doing it, Mick. Let me go to George on the line. George, morning.
Morning, George.
Morning.
Hiya.
I agree totally with in regards to that penalty. That's not a penalty in a million years.
No.
That referee should be reprimanded.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Or they should do what that guy said, is to, because this happens all the time in penalty areas. And if they stopped it, it would stop.
Yeah.
Instantly.
What about?
I don't understand.
No, George, you're right. And as Mick said there, just point the spot, penalty, and you keep doing it. Your manager's soon going to say, "But yeah, knock that in the head." Yeah,
exactly. Of course it will.
It's common sense again, George.
Even if it's a corner, you can warn the players because they go up to the players and you can see them pointing and saying, etc. You should say, "Well, look, if I see any holding, I'm going to give a penalty."
Yeah.
But then they'll stop.
Yeah.
Okay, George, nice one, George. You know the other thing I was thinking about, Ali, all these I can't stand corners now with the hassle it's causing, with the pulling, the tugging, the obstruction. Could we suddenly say, right, you're not allowed in the 6-yard box for a corner until the ball's kicked? Would that help goalkeepers out a bit?
Hold on a minute. I thought for a sweeping moment there this morning you'd lost your marbles. That's just confirmed it.
Why?
You're talking about emptying the 6-yard box.
Yeah. Right. Instead of standing on the goalkeeper's toes.
You need to go to a break. Right, I'm telling you right now.
Go on.
How can you possibly change the rules to empty the 6-yard box? The goalie's got it easy enough as it is.
No, they haven't.
Of course they have, man.
They're all over.
They're overly protected.
Oh, away you go.
Of course they're overly protected.
No. In our day, there was free kicks given impeding goalkeepers. Nowadays, you've got to shove them to the ground before anything's given.
That's what I mean. They're overly protected.
I don't think so. No, I'm sick of it. It's just we're arguing all the time about is that a penalty? Was the goalkeeper obstructed? Was he pushed? Was he standing on him? Could he come and get the ball?
It's because there's that many cameras everywhere now. Everything's a talking point. And VAR, every decision.
VAR is a heap of you know what.
I'm not having it either, but it's got some good points.
But I wonder what Jimmy thought of that. Now, the draw for the 2027 Rugby World Cup has been taking place this morning. Delighted to say that our top man, Andrew McKenna, can join us right now to reveal all. Macca,
how are you, mate?
Very well indeed, boys. Yes, thank you very much. A draw that took about 3.5 minutes of actual time. They've just completed it in 35 minutes. So just like all football draws, the rugby tries to draw things out as long as possible. The upshot of it is, so it's 6 pools, 4 teams in each. And I can tell you, Ireland and Scotland have both been drawn in Pool D. It is the 4th time at Rugby World Cup they will be in the same pool together.
Well, Uruguay, Portugal.
At least there's no South Africa this time, Macca.
You've avoided them for the time being, yes. Pool F is England and Wales, the second time that they have been put in the same pool. 2015 in England was the last time they were together, but they've got Tonga and Zimbabwe. Now, the other thing about getting Pool F is that England have managed to get themselves an easier route. If you could be in Pool E or F...
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. If you were in either E or F, it would mean you didn't get a group winner until the semi-final stages.
Oh,
That's what
again.
England have
You've done it
potentially
again.
got here.
You've done it again.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
Why are they doing the draw for
This is
2020?
embarrassing,
Hold on.
Mark.
This is a 2027. Why are they doing it now?
We like to be organised, Al. We don't want to be part of this, lastminute.com brigade.
But it was a shambles
but-
the last time, Mark. We ended up in with Ireland and South Africa because of the seedings and all that stuff. It was a shambles the last time.
Well, that was because we did it 3 years out. We've decided to get a little bit nearer this time and do it only 2 years out. What I can tell you, though, boys, is a couple of things to look out for. Having said that Pool E and Pool F got it slightly easier with their routes.
Pool C's a walk in the park.
Well, exactly. But A and B have got an absolute belter. So in Pool A is New Zealand, Australia, Chile, and Hong Kong, China. Pool B is South Africa, Italy, Georgia.
Hong Kong, China.
Yes.
Where's the China bit come in?
Yeah, well, we've expanded to 24 teams this year, Al, so there's some new teams involved. Pool B...
Hong Kong.
in Romania. But the key here is that in the quarter-finals, the winner of A plays the winner of B. So we're looking at New Zealand against South Africa in a quarter-final.
Well, I tell you what, Pool A, they'll play to finish second. At this moment in time, they would play to finish second because you do not want to be meeting South Africa.
No.
You do not want to be...
They'd probably be the best.
Mark, I'm going to get a team out of talkSPORT and I'm going to enter that Pool C.
Well, I tell you what, Ali, they'd probably qualify because the one thing about going to 24 teams, it means we now have a round of 16 in this tournament for the first time ever. And if you do the maths, it means that all the top two finishers in each pool go through, and then the four best third-placed sides. So basically, anyone who is anyone is going to get through. If they don't get through, they have stuffed up massively.
Absolutely.
So let's be brutally honest, the group stages is not going to be essential viewing in this tournament.
No, you're right.
It's going to kind of pick up with some of the games in the round of the 16, and then the quarterfinals is where an awful lot of interest will kick in. It's a great idea to expand it, but unfortunately,
thank you. You're dead right, but 2027. Andrew McKenna there. So I just quickly, Pool D, Ireland, Scotland, Uruguay, Portugal. What?
I'm away.
What? Oh, you're not going yet. As Ali prefers to hot foot over to Heathrow, it's time now for this. Get a bike. Where are you going? That's disgraceful. Oh, your plane's delayed.
You're going to see.
Don't forget your passport. You took that out.
Passport, aye.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest.
Don't forget your dollars. Oh, no, what do you mean? They give you them over there? All right, okay.
Can you handle it the last 15 minutes?
Yeah, and say hello to the UEFA boys for me. Say hello to Pavarotti. Now the boys and drive are out in the US all week ahead of the 2026 World Cup draw. And they've sent us a little bit of trivia, and it's for you, the listeners, to play along to. And yesterday...
Hi, it's Andy Goldstein here, of course, of Andy Goldstein's Drive Time Show, alongside James Corden.
Hello.
How are you, James Corden?
I'm very, very well.
We are in your kitchen. You've done well for yourself.
Not my kitchen.
Nice.
We're in Bar Central, which is on West 46th Street in Manhattan.
That's in New York, in America. And we've got a no Googling question for you, haven't we, James?
We certainly do.
So around the corner, we've got the Empire State Building, which is quite a big building.
No denying that.
And the question is, if you put Alan Brazils on top of each other, how many Alan Brazils would it take before Alan Brazil was bigger than the Empire State Building?
Certainly one way to ask it, yeah.
How would you ask it?
How many Alan Brazils is the Empire State Building?
There you go. So whatever one you want to go with, have a think. And the answer to that is coming up right after this break.
Thank you, guys. I've actually been up there, yes. I like New York, although a friend of mine's just come back from there and said, It's not the best place anymore. It used to be the best city in the world, but a little bit disappointed. It'll be cold as well. But anyway, we'll come back to the break to do that. Ali, have a safe flight, mate. He's off. He's gone. Answer coming out after the break, but Ali will never know. And remember, this Friday, Adrian Dunham will be hosting World Cup Drive from 4 with a draw for the 2026 World Cup taking place during the show. He'll be joined by Stuart Pearce, Alan Pardew, Charlie McGrew, Andy Brassel to bring you full and extensive coverage of the draw as England, Scotland and the rest of the nations find out their opponents. From 7 p.m, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent will bring you the World Cup after party with the best reaction, a host of special guests and exclusive interviews.
So, we are almost ready to go. Ian Danter here in the commentary box. But it is all about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship. To win the leg. She's got it! Gets it! Double 9! He refuses the handshake.
Step up to the Oki and win on talkSPORT.
Minutes to 10, talkSPORT breakfast. We're a week away from the Quick Fit talkSPORT's Darts Presenter Trophy. And this is your chance to be there. You and a pal could be the only member of the public allowed in next Wednesday, 10th of December. So that's the 10th of December in London, which is not far, St Catherine's Dock, so East End of London. As 8 of talkSPORT's biggest names take to the hockey, the very next day you'll be heading to the opening day of the PDC World Darts Championship. Have 2 nights in a hotel covered and $2,500 in cash to spend. Lovely. For your chance to win, text WIN, W-I-N, to 83338. That's 83338. Text costs £2 plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 423 9761. Let me give you again. Ready? 0343 423 9761. Lines will close 4 p.m. tomorrow. That's when you need to answer your phone if it rings. 18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. So your chance to win, text WIN to 83338 now. This is a network promotion, full T's and C's at talksport.com. And if you're not lucky enough to be there, you can watch on the talkSPORT YouTube channel and your smart TV.
Give me the green light, cause I'm ready.
talkSPORT World Darts Championship.
All about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to get going.
She's got it! The truth is, Darren Bent, you're out.
I would say more luck than anything that I want.
The destroyer.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well done, Natalie Sawyer. That was mind-blowing stuff.
Natalie Sawyer beating Darren Bent is the highlight of my year.
Jermaine Tennant has made light of Goldstein.
I've let everyone in here down.
Jamie O'Hara, close but no cigar.
I mean, I'm used to getting booed. I had that at Tottenham and Wolves every week. So what have I ever done to all these people at talkSPORT? I thought I was loved it.
I've never known two people to take something so seriously. Shamed drive. Has anyone seen Andy Goldstein? Has anyone seen Darren Bent?
Are you ready for the grand final? O'Hara out, Goldstein out, Bent out, Cundy out.
Gets it. Dean Saunders retains the talkSPORT World Darts Championship title. We won't hear the end of this.
The ones that produce in the 6-yard box.
That's it.
You can't find them anywhere. Do you know what? I'm just happy to be here.
We do this so well. These events, darts is the winner.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Dino. He'll do it. He could do it again as well. Ray Parlour's not playing, is it? Because Parlour's not bad. I think Dino will win it again. Dino may have taken the trophy home, but it was Natalie the Destroyer Sawyer who captured the nation's hearts, defeating Darren Bent, who, by all accounts, had a private tutor, was getting lessons. And as luck would have it, Luke the Nuke Littler, he conducted the draw, brilliant, for this year's first round, and will be having a repeat. So join me now to tell us, will there be another giant killing, is Natalie herself. Natalie, good morning.
Good morning now. How you doing?
Very well, Natalie, and well done to you. You're looking forward to it? It's going to be a great night.
I am looking forward to it. I'm probably looking forward more to the bevies after than the actual darts, Alan.
Well, there was the one thing for sure, there was a great atmosphere there. It was brilliant.
Oh, it was. And that's why those two lucky winners who are going to be coming down, they're going to have a great night. It's a lot of fun. We all stick around after as well. So, yeah, it is just a lot of fun. And you'll be there as well. You're my captain, my liege. So I'll be hopefully getting tips from you. But I'm very much an underdog because everyone else, they've been pros, as in professional sportsmen. So
it doesn't matter, Natalie. Have you been? You got to get a little bit of practice in, though.
You see, I didn't really practice the time before, and that got me through. So I'm kind of sticking with that kind of idea. But as I say, I'm just looking forward to the drinks after more than anything.
Well, that was a giant killer. There's no doubt about it. Have you got a message for Benty? I think you've drawn him again, haven't you?
I have. I'm just saying, with all that practice that he's done, I worry that he's concentrating far too much on paddle these days than darts.
I've heard he's got his excuse already. Jet lag. He's coming back from New York. He's got jet lag.
Convenient, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll go with that one. That's fine. Look, let's just play a fair game and let's see what happens.
Now, you're going to be footballing tonight in the away end because Arsenal take on your Brentford, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. You looking forward to it? Yeah, it's going to be a cold night, Natalie.
It will be cold, but, I'm hoping that my Brentford boys will warm us up with a great performance. We haven't done that well on the road this season. We've only won one, and we haven't done very well at the Emirates in our time in the Premier League. But you know what? We're playing all right under Keith Andrews, and I'm looking forward to being amongst the Brentford fans and just, having a good sing-song at the least.
Keith, he's done well, hasn't he? Let's give him some credit, yeah. Keith. A lot of people are, no, he's done very well.
He's done really well. I'll be honest with you, Alan. I wasn't sure either, like many, because I sort of thought we're going to be a bit different now that we're in the Premier League. We might go for someone who's a bit more of a name. But listen, he's so many of the doubters wrong. And it's fun football, especially at the G-Tech. We're loving it there. So I just want us to put on a performance tonight. I don't want us to get hammered. I do think we could cause Arsenal a few problems, but I think we have to go at them, maybe unsettle them, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, Natalie, listen, we look forward to the darts and enjoy the game tonight. We'll speak soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
There you go, Jank Killer, Natalie Sawyer. By the way, the answer to James Corden's question was 242 Alan Brazil's ball accounts to get to the Empire State Building. So I don't know quite where they're getting that one from, but we'll see anyway. The boys over in New York, it's going to be cold. Ali, as we speak, is on his way to the airport to jump on a plane. United Airlines all the way to beautiful US of A. So good luck, Ali, don't worry. Now, don't miss Goldstein and Bent from the US today. They're live from 4 p.m. I'm back tomorrow morning from 6 o'clock, 6 a.m., alongside Gabby Bonlahor. Gabby's got home. He is not invited to the US as well. Up next, Jim, Simon, and Danny Murphy. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed. Speak tomorrow.